Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I love it. My name's Jay Milne. #Blue. Our sports update deliverer. The Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid? You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nasty Cup.
What is happening on this Wednesday, August 27th? Live from Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. It is the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Tom Gazzola. We got the Cube running the ones and twos, and it is hot outside. It is smoking hot. Confirmed. I mean, this is, what is it, 31, 32?
Yes.
It's warm, so stay shaded, everybody. A reminder that we are coming to you live from the Banquet Bar studio, where you can strike up some fun at the Banquet Bar, bowling, drinks, and a great time with friends. Get real, play hard at the Banquet. We've got a loaded show coming up for you. We are going to be joined by Elks head coach Mark Kilam. That's coming up at 3:40. We're going to get some Labor Day thoughts from him. Obviously, they've re-signed Jake Julien, which is huge.
Very
for
much
the punting
so.
game. Record-setting Jake Julien is back with the green and gold. Connor McDavid has spoke. We're going to get right to that off the top here. We're going to continue our Oilers' top stories. We're going to reminisce about the first Stanley Cup that they won in '84, the McLottery, which we'll get to later. We got a fun off-topic topic. Has to do with, well, Instagram views. What if it was around earlier in life as opposed to later? And then a very special guest coming up later in the show. We are going to have Kalia Robertson and Corey DePape. Now, they are co-founders of Women in Ninja. This is an event that's going on this weekend at West Edmonton Mall. I have no idea what's going on. I want to know more. I mean, what if you or your children are into Ninja Warrior? I think it has to do with. I don't think they're actually ninjas, but I'm going to have to ask.
I call them ninjas.
How do you get your ninja certification? All that fun stuff. That's all coming up right here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Tom, how's your day been today?
Busy. Very busy.
Well, you were somewhere else. You were up in St. Albert, weren't you?
We were at St. Albert BP Summit. Big shout out to Sean, Marissa, Alex, and the crew there. It was a great time for the oil stream. Big thank you to everybody who came out, all the nasties. It was good. I'd say we put in a good amount of people into the lounge. No patio show because it was hot.
No patio show.
Still hot.
I think, and I don't want people to think that it was too hot for you and Dusty to handle the heat. It's hard on the equipment.
Yeah.
And we discovered that last week when we were out at Red Tail Landing. The sun was hitting it wasn't as nearly as hot.
Right.
But just being in the direct sun is quite hard on the board and all that stuff.
Now, we have a tent.
We do.
Which we could utilize. Not on a patio at Boston Pizza, but in settings such as golf course, like Red Tail, which doesn't have a ton of trees and is in the open, and there's airplanes flying above.
Well, we had bar patio umbrellas that saved us that day.
Oh, well, of course. A good and most, pretty much all golf courses have those.
Yeah.
Which are game changers.
And we did try the pizza at Red Tail Landing Golf Course. It was phenomenal. It was worth everything. But we've got to get to this, which I believe Tom came out while you were on the oil stream with Dusty, Connor McDavid, and a bunch of different players from around the NHL are down in Calgary right now at a Olympic orientation camp. Which was yesterday, and then it's going to finish tomorrow or conclude tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's neat and tidy. There's no on ice.
Yeah, I just envision this being, Connor McDavid standing on the table with a group of forwards behind him ready to, he falls backwards and has to trust his teammates, those kind of exercises.
Like the trust and support stuff.
Yeah, probably not. That could be a fun conversation later. What are they actually doing at this orientation camp? Wrong answers only.
I like that.
Because what do you do?
Honestly, they probably go over logistics, like venue, accommodations,
what to expect?
Yeah, family stuff. Like, hey, there's so many people you can bring. Here's where your family will stay. Here's where you're staying. Do you want to stay in the Olympic Village? Do you want us to go and get our own accommodations? Do you remember the one year? I think it was during COVID or coming out of COVID. I think it was Tokyo, where Team USA, the basketball team, instead of staying in the Olympic Village, got a yacht.
Yeah. I think that's a power move.
Now, I'm not saying Team Canada is going into Cortina and Milan and getting a yacht on a lake of some sort.
Is Milan
just off the coast?
Is Milan on the coast? Like, I'm sorry.
From what I remember, and now all the Italians out there can come at me because I might be wrong, and my family, like my grandparents came from like an hour away from
Milan. Is not on the coast. It's not even close to the coast.
Yeah, it's
I guess
it's
it is
inland, and there's it's like coming out of the Alps, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no yachts to be had there.
No, but I'm sure you could get a villa of some sort.
Well, if you were in Milan, though, wouldn't you want to
experience?
Wouldn't you want to? Because isn't it a fancy place?
That's what Bernstein told us yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of high class accommodations for the players and families to set up shop in.
Yeah, I feel like for Hockey Canada and these players that price isn't a big issue. Call it a hunch.
That might be you might be onto something there, Tom. Yeah. Okay, let's get to what Connor McDavid had to say at the orientation camp. This is what he had to say about, the first question going this way was his response was quite funny.
Yeah, not even a softball Olympic question for me to start, huh? But that's okay. Right into it. Yeah, no. I said at the end of June, I had every intention just to take my time with it, and I still feel the same way. Take my time and go through everything, and I have every intention to win in Edmonton. That's my only focus. Maybe next to winning a gold medal with Canada, but it is my intention to win there. Taking my time, going through it with obviously my family, my agent, everybody involved. So we're going through it slowly.
Okay, Tom, you're for lack of a better term, you're our Oilers guy.
Yeah,
you're the guy. What do you take from that comment? Does that surprise you in any way?
Nope. I think he was ready for that and has been ready for that question for the last few weeks. Handled it like a pro. I mentioned it on Oil Stream. I'll mention it again. If you watch the video, we just played it on our YouTube. Didn't tense up. Didn't look uncomfortable. Smooth.
Yeah.
Just said what he had to say. And there's nothing really to read into. Outside of it looks like they're going to get this done.
Look, I don't think anybody, and that is, it's been stated that, Edmonton and their fans are going through a bit of a calm demeanor about this.
Some are. Most are, actually.
Most are. And I think seeing that makes it quite clear that Connor is going to be here. I don't think there's much doubt in that. It's just a matter of when it gets done. But as Dennis Bernstein alluded to yesterday, Dennis Bernstein, that of the fourth period, said he's surprised that it hasn't happened yet. And maybe, because Connor's been not in Edmonton since recently,
right?
And probably just after this Calgary Olympic orientation camp, going to finally make the final crusade back to Edmonton to stay here for the season. Maybe that's when they sit down with, the Oilers brass and figure this out.
Probably. And if you really think about it, Jay, I kind of disagree with Bernstein that, he's surprised it's not done yet. I don't think there's much to really hammer out. How much do you want? Okay. How long do you want? Okay. If the Oilers disagree, they say, may we suggest this term? No? Okay. That's fine. We'll do it. How big? We can go 60% on your bonus. Macramella has outlined that's a new wrinkle in the CBA. Because before, I think McDavid's salary, like during the year, was like $1 million, and then the bonus would kick in and you get like a $11 million bonus every July 1st, something along those lines. That has to be structured differently. I think it's the little things, but ultimately, this isn't a very meticulous, intricate negotiation.
Yeah, there's not much deep negotiation going on here. It's a matter
you want
of
to stay here.
Connor, what do you want?
How long you want to stay here for? Okay. How much you want? Okay.
Right.
Any other details we need to figure out? Yes. Good. Let's go. Let's announce it. Let's start training camp.
Yeah, I think it's relatively simple. And you can chime in as well. You can hit us up on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox at 780-218-9999, where Tap 25 Restaurant is 50% off the entire menu, available 7 days a week from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's right, 50% off the entire menu from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. 7 days a week at the River Cree Resort and Casino. I don't know. This was just another feather in the cap to say, okay, just this is going to happen. I actually predicted that it's going to happen on Tuesday, next Tuesday, the day after Labor Day.
Yes.
That's September 2nd, because that is a 1-year anniversary of the day that Leon's extension was announced.
Oh, right.
Right? Because I know that date. It sticks out in my mind. That was the first day of the Reid Wilkins show. That was the first day ESD expanded to the afternoon. And we have another, obviously exciting news that was, I guess it broke earlier this week, is that the morning show, the Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, is going to be simulcast starting Wednesday, September 3rd on 95.7 Cruise FM. Mm-hmm. And how many people have you talked to about that? And what's the reaction been in your world?
Oh, very positive.
I've had a lot of like, hey, good for you guys.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
This is awesome. What does it mean? Does it change anything? Could there be more? And the answer is no to changing anything. Yes, it's good. And yes, there could be more. Like, it's a very positive thing. And it's encouraging to see how much people have caught on to this special thing that we have here. So very, very exciting. Very, very encouraging, and another step in the right direction. That's why we're your clear choice for sports in the city. And people know about it, which is good. And it's kind of nice to see too. Like, oh yeah, I heard you guys are doing something. I get cheese, but I kind of go, are you guys like stuck in the mud? Your head in the sand? What are you doing? When I see posts like, oh, good to have you guys back. What do you mean back? We didn't really go away. We were gone for 2 months.
I think it is a comfort level that we've become accustomed to as well.
Yeah.
Of just using the iHeart app or TuneIn app or listening on EdmontonSportsTalk.com or watching on YouTube. But there still are the people that just want to listen on a dial.
Yeah. Well, those people there's less and less of them, but now you
can't leave.
Exactly.
We've got you exactly where we want you, which is everywhere.
We're all over
for the
place.
Nielsen Show anyways. Okay, it is time to get into the off-topic topic. The off-topic topic is presented by William Huff, and since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout at 780-454-4536. All right. Audience participation. As I mentioned, you can chime in the nasty chat. You can hit us up at the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. Here's what we're going to do for this one today, Tom.
Okay.
Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, they announced their engagement yesterday.
They certainly did.
That was on Instagram.
Right.
Okay. That photo has over 30 million likes already in just over 24 hours. Do you know what the number one photo in Instagram in the history of Instagram, the number one liked photo. Do you know what that photo is?
I do, because I heard about this earlier.
What is it?
I can give away the answer,
Yeah.
or do we want people to guess?
No.
Can I guess?
Yeah,
Sure.
go for it.
It's the egg.
It's not the egg.
Nope.
Kim
It was.
Kardashian.
No,
It's not.
What?
What is it, Tom?
it's Lionel Messi
Yes.
with the World Cup.
Lionel Messi embracing the 2022 FIFA World Cup. That sits at number one with 74.5 million likes.
It's insane.
Okay. And to be honest, a lot of the ones in the top 20 are soccer or football related.
Football is a global sport.
Do you know what the
Truly.
number two likes holder is?
Is it the egg?
It's the egg.
Yeah.
Now, you might be asking,
Good
what do
guess,
you
Zach.
mean, the egg? Well, it's called the world record egg. So this has 60.6 million likes. This was put out on January 4th, 2019. And this was more of a social experiment, I believe,
Okay.
in order to surpass the then most liked Instagram post, which was a picture of Kylie Jenner's daughter with 18.6
Oh.
million likes.
Okay.
So this was just, hey, let's just post a picture of an egg.
Yeah.
And it caught like wildfire. Like I was talking to Benny about it earlier. He's like, yeah, I remember that egg. Maddie remembered the egg. So that's not what we're talking about. But it's just a point of reference, okay? The off-topic topic is this. If Instagram was around since let's just say 1950, okay? Like a long time ago.
Okay.
If Instagram was around since 1950, what would be the most liked sports photo of all time?
Ali comes to mind right away.
The Ali's gotta come to
That
mind.
is so epic.
You know what comes to mind first for me? Just because, the Ali thing was before me. Like, I'm obviously I know the photo he's standing over. It's Sonny Liston.
Yep. I
Right?
think so, right?
Is the Michael Jordan
That's a good
foul
one.
line,
Yeah.
right? That's an iconic photo.
Kobe with the championship.
Kobe like hugging the championship.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking global, though. Like worldwide.
1968, the Olympic photo where the two sprinters had their hands up for Black Power.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
That'd
one.
be up there.
That's got to be up there. But it's just weird to think that now we're in a time where it's instant gratification of a like. Okay.
Dopamine hit.
Those sports photos will never be forgotten. I'm just asking what you think would be the number one from, essentially most people's existence.
1950 on.
Bobby Orr.
No.
Bobby Orr's
'Kay.
got to be up there.
Here, these are
But it's North
epic
American,
photos.
right?
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like Instagram clearly global. Messi World Cup global. The Jenners, for whatever reason, global. The egg went around the world. Everybody knows eggs. The Kelsey Taylor Swift is a global icon. Travis Kelsey is not as popular as she is, but being with her helps. That's why when we talk about like Jordan, Kobe, anything basketball, it's like I understand, or even like Bobby Orr, I understand like how epic and monumental those are in those sports. But globally, like here's an example. Derek Van Diest has told this story before. We were at LA in the hotel, team hotel. Oilers were playing the Kings, and there was a cricket event happening at Dodger Stadium, and there was all these cricket players hovering about while the Oilers were also hovering about. And we were doing media availability on the second level of this hotel, and this like unassuming, smaller South Asian man walks by, comes to us with all the microphones and goes, "Is this for the ice hockey?" And we kind of laughed. He had his hands behind his back. He was wearing like khaki pants and like a polo shirt. And we're like, yeah, it's, Edmonton Oilers are playing the Kings right across the street. And then I think Derek or Gene goes, "Are you here for the big cricket match?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm here for cricket." And DVD asked about a guy named Brian Lara, I think it is his name. That's the one cricket player he knew. He goes, "Oh yeah, Brian's here too." And the guy asked us a few questions about hockey. I got pulled away. I didn't think it was a crazy conversation. I got pulled away to go interview Anton Lander one-on-one because he signed his new contract with the Oilers. Then the guy, as I was leaving, I said, hey, nice to meet you. He goes, hey, I'm Sachin. Nice to meet you. And then the boys were like looking this guy up. Just, Jay, do me a favor right now. Go on Twitter and look up Sachin Tindalocker.
Okay.
And tell me how many followers he has.
How do you spell that?
I don't know. Sachin Tindalocker cricket. Just Google that.
Sachin Tindalocker cricket.
Yeah. You find it? And this is just to like bring it into context in regard to, an epic basketball photo compared to soccer or another sport with a population is 1 billion people in its biggest country.
40.8 million followers.
That's him.
Sachin Tindalocker.
That's the one. That's the guy I had to walk away from to interview Anton Lander one-on-one.
That's all of Canada.
Yep. That's his followers.
That's a great point, though, Tom. Because, but I don't think it's necessarily a knock against anybody that is sending in suggestions. It's just stuff that's close to us, right?
To me, it's always an eye opener because like we get so myopic when it comes to our 4 major sports, and then there's college football, there's MLS, there's this and that, and we think that because we like it and because it's affiliated and it's like the U.S. is involved, everybody across the globe does. NFL has become that. Basketball, hockey, baseball, definitely not. And it always is a reminder to me. And I always think of meeting this, just this quiet guy that was dressed like an old man and asking us about if this is for the ice hockey. And turns out he had 40-something million followers and he's one of the best cricket players of all time.
This might be the greatest spread in Twitter history. 40.8 million followers following 98 people.
Wow.
Can you imagine if you were one of the people he was following? That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
This one has come in a couple times. Bones says, Hand of God, Maradona.
That's a great one.
That's a great one.
Great one.
Because obviously the soccer or football photos tend to get a lot more run.
That was so controversial too. And if you have that image and it goes on Instagram, everybody's like, see, he did it. He did it. And it wasn't a grainy VHS. What was that, 86 when that happened? Was that the Hand of God 86 or 82?
I don't know the year, but I mean, that was clear as day.
Yeah. Even on the broad,
let's open this up.
Sure.
Let's not even just go with sports photos because there's so many great photos that are coming in. Obviously, unfortunately, like the Challenger space shuttle, that was a terrible incident.
That was 86.
That was a huge story.
So if it was any photo, just the moon landing?
Moon landing.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
But once, like JFK, right? You could say that.
There's another one.
But that's very North American.
True.
Martin Luther King.
Right?
Yeah.
What about Tiananmen Square? I mean,
right. Unless China shuts it down, because remember, they control all of that. Yeah.
I mean, historically, that is a very impressive photo, I guess.
USSR breaking up.
Fall of the Berlin Wall.
Berlin Wall.
True.
I remember that.
Stuff like that, man.
I remember the news of that. And that was like, my parents were really into it and I didn't get it. But that was interesting. So sports or pictures? What would be the most viewed, sports or photo, any photo, if Instagram was around since 1950? That is the off-topic topic for William Huff. We've got a lot of suggestions coming in. We're going to get to them after the break. But first, we're going to hear from the man, the myth, the legend, the Cubanator.
Olympic orientation camp, Connor McDavid was asked about his possible extension in Edmonton, saying that, quote, I said at the end of June, I had every intention to take my time with it, and I still feel the same way. In other hockey news, the Hurricanes have signed 2 former Flames in Oliver Shillington and Giovanni Smith to professional tryouts. Well, for the Elks punter, Jake Julien is back. He re-signs with the Elks through the 2027 season. He joins the Double E once again after being released by the team in January to pursue an NFL opportunity. Meanwhile, the Jays look to split against the Twins, Toronto losing 7-5 last night. It's Eric Lauer getting the start with first pitch at 5:07. Around the league, there's 3 games wrapped up, 1 game live. Mariners lead the Padres 4-0 in the 4th inning. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. The show continues after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
He tried to trade for Danny Heatley.
Was that Tambo?
Yep. He hired Pat Quinn.
Well, maybe Steve Tambolini was here longer than I thought.
Drafted Magnus Piarvi. 10th overall.
I still like the pick.
A great one. Traded Kyle Brodziak for nothing. That was a bad one. Signed Habby Bulin for who knows why.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The Canadian Brewhouse is turning up the flavor this summer with our new summer feature menu. Try our jerk chicken skewers, Cajun shrimp tostadas, and street corn salsa. Bold bites made for patio season. Get them while it's hot. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Goodbye! You sure are going to miss them, but their room would make a great yoga studio. Store their childhood treasures safely with Sentinel Storage and find some space for you. Try 4 weeks free. SentinelStorage.ca.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show.
I want to hear this song.
Okay, this song's called Fallout. This is the worst recording ever, though.
Did you guys record it at a church?
Actually, we recorded it at a recording studio.
Oh, okay.
We recorded it ourselves, though. See, the guys in my band, Devin and Jesse, the brothers, their family owned a music studio in Sherwood Park. Like take guitar lessons, take piano lessons, but they also had recording equipment there. So we cut this over like 3 nights ourselves.
So
levels.
Was one person in charge of like the mic placement? Like, how did that work?
We did it all individual.
Just your own.
So
you
get
recorded your own?
you'd get the drum track you'd get the guitar track and then the guitar or the bass track. And then the drums would play with the bass track. Then the guitar would play with all those just with headphones on. And then I'd come in and sing at the end. It was not a group effort.
Right.
I don't even know that any artists right now in a band, they'd all record separate.
Right.
And then put it together and mash it up.
It sounds like it's coming out of a jar.
It probably, yes. Very well could have been.
Uh-huh.
We didn't know what we were doing.
You know what, though? What I can hear sounds great.
Thanks, Tom. I appreciate that. The Man on the Moon is definitely... let's just say...
How do you... Katy Perry...
There's lots of interesting takes on that.
Katy Perry
I'll
is
just
an
leave it at
astronaut,
that.
technically.
Katy Perry is not an astronaut.
She went to space.
I mean, okay. But, I mean, that is annoying to me.
I know.
Like, no, you didn't. I mean, people that are going to space, if I want their time and space to be acknowledged, need to be doing scientific things and doing things for the betterment and exploration and knowledge. But she just went up there for a photo
Essentially.
grab, essentially. But that's not, we're not going down that rabbit hole, Tom.
Ask one of the best Canadians of all time, Chris Hadfield, about if the moon landing's real or not. I'm sure he will laugh at you if you suggest it isn't.
Glenn Imlach says Joe DiMaggio, Marilyn Monroe wedding pic.
That's a good one.
That's a banger.
Right?
Yeah, there's lots of good suggestions coming in here. Bones says the wardrobe malfunction.
Yes.
At the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Janet Jackson, pardon me. Whoops. Sickler, we said 1950. Here's a sports photo. Jesse Owens on the podium with his arm raised. Ali and Sonny Liston photo. I'm with you on Ali and Sonny Liston. I said Ali right away. The Jesse Owens one, that's the 38 Olympics, I believe.
36?
36 Olympics. In Berlin.
There's some funny things coming in that... Well, I mean, one of them that was brought up was the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that was...
man.
That was a day none of us will really ever forget, I'm sure.
That was crazy. I was in 11th grade.
Yeah, I was in university.
And
wild. The school shut down.
Yeah, same with ours. We just watched
on
TV the entire day.
Another one, Michael Jackson, just in general, just anything of him.
Somebody pointed out him catching on fire during a concert. Was that?
Yeah.
Like, remember his
I don't
hair
remember that.
caught on fire? I think he was shooting a Pepsi commercial or something.
That was a bad malfunction. The pyro, I think.
Yeah.
Hit him, yeah.
Anything, Michael Jackson, he was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of great photos, but I mean,
there are epic photos that every globally knows.
But these are now in books and you can find them online. Imagine if somebody took that photo of Michael Jackson or DiMaggio and put it on their Instagram. I understand it's a different world now.
And I'm curious of if the weight of the photo would be dampened because so many people would have similar pictures of that same photo.
Right.
Like back then, it was just the one camera guy. Now everybody has a camera in their pocket.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would go into play at all, but
Well, it's like that photo of LeBron breaking the NBA scoring record. And everybody has their cameras like this, taking a photo of it, except one person in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
One person of all that. But I'm still partial. I think that MJ one.
I get it. And
is pretty good.
Somebody pointed out that the NBA has like a bigger following than NHL, MLB, and NFL combined on Instagram. And we were talking specifically Instagram. So that's a good point. Also, Sunny D says, Tommy, why have we never been back to the moon since 69? We have. The last moon sojourn for humans was 1972.
And Mex Bezozu has a correction. He says that's not Jesse Owens with his arms raised. The Black Power salute was in the 1968 Olympics. Jesse Owens was, I think Jesse Owens was that.
He was on the podium. Was he? Yeah.
I think the one great photo was him doing the long jump, if I'm not mistaken. Because wasn't that?
Yeah, Jesse Owens made history at the 1936 Olympic Games. First person to win 4 gold medals in a single Olympics.
Oh, there is a Jesse Owens photo where he's like saluting. I think it's during the anthem. And then there's the German finished second and has the Nazi.
Oh, that would have.
Yeah.
And again, Maradona keeps coming up. The hand of God.
The hand of God. Yeah.
Imagine the shot, though. If somebody had that and it just went viral
on Insta,
but the game's over and, the decision's already been made, that would be, that would be controversial.
Oh, yeah.
If we look at the top Instagram posts, had it up here. Where was it? I don't know. There's so many to look over, but these are great suggestions. We keep encouraging you to send those into the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox 780-218-9999. And a reminder, if you are watching us on YouTube, please hammer the thumbs up. Tommy's got a couple. He's already been planning the words of the day.
I have them.
So get this. Reid. Oh, yeah, this is incredible.
Okay.
Reid brought his 2 cousins in today.
Right.
James and the other name is escaping me. Forgive me. Awesome guys. They're from Waterloo area.
Yep.
Laurier area. They were here for a wedding. That's why Reid's been off. So he brought his 2 cousins in to check out the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And the one guy, one cousin says, "Hey, I got something for you." I'm like, okay. He pulls out his wallet, opens his wallet, and here he gives me this piece of paper. He says, "This is words of the day for Reid when he's back with you on Tuesday."
I love that.
Yeah. Big listener. They love it. And he even wanted to take a picture with me.
Why wouldn't he?
I mean, that's my first fan, Reid's cousin.
You're a personality.
I mean,
You're
I
the
loved
glue
it.
guy.
It was awesome. I felt excellent, to be honest with you. A reminder that Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Play Alberta is your home for online gaming excitement, featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery instants, and sports betting. Now, with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca. Okay. Massive games across the CFL this weekend, but none more important in this city than the Labor Day game coming up on Monday. We've sold out the Elks fan bus that's going down, the Labor Day bus. That's going to be fun. Some of the socials they've been putting out for that Elks team did a great job.
They did. They were awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. So thank you for those that are joining us. I'm going to be there. Coob's going to be there. Tom's going to be, Maddie. I mean, a lot of ESTers are going to be there. That's going to be fun. But we are going to be joined next by Elks head coach Mark Kilam. And we got to talk about this. This is the first time he's going back there in 20 years. I mean, or not in 20 years. It was his home for 20 years.
Yep.
First time he's going back. I want to know if this game's going to mean something more or not. I think it will. Whether he says it or not, though.
I think he will say it means more.
He's a very candid guy, and we love that about him. We are pleased to have him on next. But first, the Coob.
Oilers captain Connor McDavid spoke to the media at the Olympic orientation camp this morning, addressing a possible extension in Edmonton, expressing that he plans on taking his time with the deal. For the Hurricanes, they've invited former Flames Oliver Shillington and Giovanni Smith to a professional tryout, while down south, Rice of the Chiefs has been suspended 6 games for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy. That kicks in to start the season. Back in E-Town, the Elks have signed punter Jake Julien to a 2-year deal. He rejoins the Double-E after being released by the team back in January. Now, east, the Jays look to bounce back after losing 7-5 to the Twins yesterday. Eric Lauer takes the mound for the rubber match. First pitch at 5:07. Jays lead the AL East 4 games up on the Red Sox. Right now, it's the Padres trailing the Mariners 4-0 entering the 6th inning. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Mark Kilam of the Elks joins us next.
The Oil Stream.
Which one of these 2 players do you think lives up to those expectations the most?
Savoy, because he's got pro experience. He had really good numbers in the AHL. He had a cup of coffee in the NHL. Played with Draisaitl.
I thought he looked pretty good last year when he was up here.
It was just a numbers game because they had so many veterans here. They're like, we're not going to rush this kid. I'm not saying Ike Howard won't be good. I think it's going to be an adjustment.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Gallo LLP is an Alberta-based accounting firm with expert chartered professional accountants in both our Edmonton and Sherwood Park accounting firms. Our experienced and innovative accountants provide financial advice that saves our clients money. Simply put, we help our clients protect their assets and grow their businesses. At Gallo LLP, they go beyond the numbers to ensure the continued success of your business. Reach out to Preet or John to discuss how they can help your business grow. Visit gallollp.ca today and see how they can help you take your business to the next level.
Do you have pets? Horses? Chickens? Did the place you used to get your feed recently close down? Have no fear. Clover Bar Feeds is here. Whether it's dogs, cats, horses, or chickens, Clover Bar Feeds has you covered. Offering a large variety of food and feed, you can trust the experts at Clover Bar Feeds. They've been family owned and operated for over 60 years. This means you can expect nothing less than top-notch service and selection. Come visit them at 200 Portage Close in Sherwood Park, or visit them online at cloverbarfeeds.com.
Everyone knows when you need a truck now, you call Dawn.
That's right. You call us, Frontier Cartage, when you need driver coverage or have a truck that's down.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you've got way more freight to move than you thought.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you need a truck that's available and ready to start anytime you need.
You call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826. 587-222-5826.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Tom Gazzola right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. A reminder, you can listen to us on EdmontonSportsTalk.com, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps. You can watch us on YouTube, and if you are, please join us in the Nasty Chat or chime in on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox at 780-218-9999. All right, as mentioned before the break, huge game coming up this week. Next Monday, the Elks travel down to McMahon Stadium to take on the Calgary Stampeders in the Labor Day Classic. We are joined now by Elks head coach Mark Kilam. Mark, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We are doing good. How is now? Were you guys? You weren't on the field today?
Yeah, we were. We did like a day A, we call it. It's like more of a mental day, just kind of get a jump start on our prep for the week.
Hot out there. I mean, it's a scorcher, Mark.
Yeah, it was hot. It was, and then we did a little family barbecue to get the players and their families together and jump around on some blow-ups and play some games in the end zone. It was a good time.
Oh, fun. That's always good to hear. It's an interesting part of the schedule. You played last Friday. Now you don't play until Monday. There's 10 days between games. How do you handle this mini bye situation with the players, with the coaches? What happens with the scheduling there?
Yeah, I mean, well, on the East trips, we don't get home till like 3:30, in the morning that night or whatever. So I gave the guys the day off on what would have been Saturday last week. We came back in Sunday, reviewed the film, kind of, set up the schedule for the week. I gave them a couple days off just because we had been going pretty hard with 3 weeks of sevens, and 2 of them were out East. So gave them a couple days. Coaches are in here obviously working. We just use it as a jump start to go deep on Calgary. They're the only team we haven't played yet. So a little bit more film to watch, that type of thing. And then, brought the guys, like I said, brought the guys in today, get a jump on the install, and then set the week up.
All right. This is the question. This is one everybody wants to know, okay?
The one that I've 26 times this week? Is that what the one?
No. It's Calgary, baby. I mean, and this is a place you called home for over 20 years, Mark. I know that you feel you have to say this is just like any other game, and I have to make it seem like it's. But come on, I mean this is going back to where you really cut your teeth as a coach. I know you owe a lot to that organization. You respect that organization, but how does Mark Kilam feel going down to McMahon Stadium on Calgary? How big is this game?
Well, first of all, it's never going to be about me here. You know that. It's about what we're building. It's way bigger than one person. I got a lot of those feelings out in the preseason game, so I'm thankful that we had that down there. Really classy move. They did the little thing on the Jumbotron, all that stuff. So all that stuff's kind of taken care of. The focus is preparing the football team to play well in Calgary, divisional opponent that's ahead of us in the standings.
Having said that, Mark, how do you feel about your group? Because, you got the 3 wins in a row. You're right there back in the mix when you look at the standings. I know you always focus on the game ahead of you, and you've talked about that all season long, and that's totally understandable. But there's a lot to like about your team. But if you look at it from the other team's perspective, I mean, the Stamps just knocked off Saskatchewan and swept them this season. But from your side of it, how do you look at where your group's at?
Yeah, I mean, they're a good football team. They do a lot of things really well. They play a physical brand of football. They're running the ball well. Our football team, we're handling our business, and we're just trying to take it a week at a time. And, like always, continue to build on the things that we think we're doing well or want to do well, and, be critical and correct the stuff that we need to get better at.
I'll follow up with this. It's obviously a huge game. You've been through a lot of them. These two teams, cities, they have their rivalry. Do you have to have a special or different message to the guys to maybe control the emotions? Don't let the crowd get on you. Worry. I know the little things are always important, but do you think you need to have that extra little message for them to stay in the moment and not let the moment get to the group?
I mean, I think you kind of talk about that stuff every week, really. I mean, it can affect every game. I mean, these are the type of games you want to play. They're great for the fans. It's, a marquee matchup in the province. I remember I'd meet people where this would be the only game they would come to in the year, or it'd be the only game they care if you won or not. You know what I mean? So it's great for the fans. I have a friend in Lethbridge that has 41 people coming up on a party bus to the game. And they're all going to be wearing green and gold, just for the record.
Nice.
There you go. There you go.
Wait, I was supposed to say, that's interesting.
Yes.
I'm a neutral observer on Monday.
Well, as you know, there's going to be 2 buses full of ESTers coming down to support the green and gold on Monday. So that was sold out. That was a great initiative by the club. So you'll have a lot of. And we're trying to figure out which is the best noisemaker. I got to ask you this. I have a couple more for you, but while I'm on this topic, what's the most annoying sound you've heard on the sideline as the coach in the CFL?
Everyone would always trash on those air horns in Montreal, but I kind of like that atmosphere. It was always just so loud, constant. When you're on the field, you hear cowbells sometimes. I don't know. I like to hear. My favorite sound is the drum line. I love that. Big fan of the drum line.
Well, Tom hates the cowbells as well. So maybe that's the move we have to do is bring cowbells, because clearly they're annoying. Okay, I have a couple more questions. This is Mark Kilam, Elks head coach, joining us. Mark, I know you're a busy guy, so thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Special teams has been great this far, but you've now re-signed record-setting punter Jake Julien through the remainder of the season. As good as Vincent Blanchard has been in the punting game, you must be excited to have a player that can flip the field like Jake Julien can.
No doubt. I mean, you're always trying to bring in at every position, try to get as many good players in the building as possible. That's I think that's first and foremost. I want to give Vin credit. I mean, the guy stepped in. He wanted to do the punting job. He got better from the in both games he played. He did what we were asking him to do. So credit to him. And the other part about it is, when we signed Cody Grace, we knew there was a chance that Jake Julien could shake free from the NFL, and that was always kind of coming in. But, Cody Grace, I mean, he's part of Vin's development as a player. He's part of the culture reset here. He's on the leadership council here. I think I just want to give Cody a shout out as well, just because it's a tough situation with the injury and all that. But again, bringing Jake Julien in, the guy, I met with him again this morning. He's 100% into what we're doing. He's bought in. He just wants to find a role and execute his job. So as many good players as you can bring in the building is always the way to go.
Well said. Okay, this is another question in regards to Labor Day, but not so much your experiences on the sidelines as a coach, because I'm sure you have a lot of great memories. I went down on the bus for 7 straight years, Mark, and I watched the Stamps just crush the Eskimos back in the day. And we had a good time regardless. Anyway, your favorite classic moment from the Labor Day battles in years past prior to you joining them, because I know you're an Alberta guy. You went to the U of A. You were a Stamp for so long. But do you have any classic memories of the Labor Day Classic that stand out to you?
My favorite part's the Jets. I always love the Jets. That stuff never gets old for me, the fighter Jets. I remember one time they came to practice on day 3, I think, or walkthrough day. And I asked them, hey, you remember however many years ago you guys flew over and then you went straight up? And they're like, yeah, we got in a lot of trouble for that. I'm like, can you just time. And they did it in the game, and it was awesome.
Yes.
So, yeah, that was a good moment. Roy Finch had like an 85-yard punt return touchdown in one of the games. That was a big Labor Day moment for special teams back in the day. They're just a great atmosphere. I mean, it's always good to go to the stadiums and see the corners full of people.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's the corners that aren't some of the time, and when you can look up and you see the corners full, it's just, it's like I said, I just got chills thinking about that right now. It's just one of those environments you want to be a part of, no doubt.
Afterburners. The afterburners, man. They get you going.
Yes.
Well, we'll be looking forward to that on Monday. I have one more question to ask you because we had Joel DeBlanco on our show earlier in the week, and I mean, what can you say about a guy who stepped in and filled some pretty darn big shoes in filling in for Nick Anderson at that weak side linebacker position? How impressed have you been with him on and off the field, Mark?
Yeah, we love Joel. I mean, Joel going into that, he's been our punt team captain all year, so he took a leadership role, and then he maintained that while he started on defense. We thought he got better in the consecutive starts that he had, as far as specifically like the details of executing his assignments, drop depth, all that kind of stuff, where he's supposed to be. But, the thing about Joel is like it doesn't rattle him. He's got the same kind of personality all the time. He likes to joke. He likes to laugh. But then he'll run his face into you. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of guy he is, and he's fun to be around. We think he's definitely a big time asset on our football team.
All right, Mark, once again, thank you for taking time to join us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. There'll be a loud contingent of ESTers down there with cowbells, with noisemakers cheering you guys on. So good luck. Go down there, get a win, and put that whole thing to bed, okay?
Really appreciate it.
Take care. All right, that was Elks head coach Mark Kilam joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Tom Gazzola. Tom, I don't know what it is about you, but every time I have the chance to speak to him, it feels like you're having a two-way conversation.
He's great.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're really lucky we get to have him on our shows, I should say. And then on the CFL and TSN side of things, we have these Zoom calls with players from each team, both head coaches. Usually it's the head coach, and he's no BS, but he says it in a very sincere way. You get the goods. Now, if he won't give you everything, he's not opening up the vault on everything, but
nor should he.
He's telling you what you need to know, and what you see is what you get, and there is that sincerity and genuine approach from him that I really appreciate. So I like talking to him, and I like to pick his brain about the other stuff, like the fact that he brought up the Jets and the flyover, and that gets him going for the games. And he asked the pilots to hit the afterburners and go straight up, and they got into trouble. I appreciate that stuff. Like, I love the flyovers during football games or right at the start of football games. To me, there's something about it. He said it gives you goosebumps. I'm 100% on board with him because it's like, let's go. Like, if you're a football player and you got to fly over from what do we have, like F-18s?
Yeah.
We don't have the F-35s yet, or maybe we're getting them. But they hit those afterburners and it just like rattles you and you're like, okay, let's go. Forget the smelling salts. And I like that he shares those little details on the personal side that help get him fired up for a huge game.
Well, a huge game. And that's where, Jed was on our show yesterday, and he suggested if you can take that crowd out of the game early, you have a chance of doing some good things down there.
His teams in Calgary would absolutely lay the boots to Edmonton in the first quarter of all those games.
Yeah, put it away early.
And it was a no-doubter after the first quarter for a lot of those games. So I understand where he's coming from on that one.
No, this is that was incredible. That should get your amped up.
Yeah.
Especially if you're coming on the Labor Day bus. Unfortunately, though, it is sold out. We said it was two buses sold out. We told you that was going to happen. So hopefully you got on that so you can join us on Labor Day Monday. A reminder that the off-topic topic for William Huff was, if Instagram was around since 1950, what would be the most viewed sports photo of all time? This one, go ahead.
Yeah, and we took other photo suggestions outside of sports, but we're talking sports, which is a good way to bring it back.
And Grumpy Cat, I did get your photo. Of course.
Great picture.
Of course, I love you. I remember. Well, I don't know. I don't know how much I remember that, but that's a great photo. Chris Purper says, yeah, the Jordan tongue out. 3 photos he says he can think of. Bo Jackson, shoulder pads, and bat. Remember that one?
Yeah. Was that Sports Illustrated?
Or was that Nike? Was that Bo Nose?
Maybe Nike.
I think that was the Bo Nose campaign because that was his Bo Nose baseball, Bo Nose football, Bo Nose everything.
Yeah.
Ohtani 50-50, right?
Right. That was huge.
And he says this one here is interesting. When Michael Jordan suited up in a number 12 jersey on a game on February 14th, 1990.
That's the one where the jersey got stolen, right?
I don't know, Tom. This is I've heard of this, but I don't know the story behind it.
If I recall correctly, somebody stole his 23. And he had to wear one of the extra jerseys, and it was number 12.
Really?
If I'm wrong, please correct me. But if I recall off the top of my head, that's what happened. He did wear 45 when he returned to the Bulls. But his original 23 was retired, and I think they took down the 23 until he decided to call it quits with the Bulls.
Did you see that one card from 1990? That's the same year. It was the Mark Jackson basketball card.
Is that the one with the two
Menendez brothers?
Yeah.
In the background?
Yeah.
Just crazy that they're in the photo of that card. I have that card.
A buddy of mine went and bought that card on eBay. He likes those weird background stories on cards, and he went and bought that one.
That would be interesting to see how expensive or how much value is in that number 12 jersey. Like, who has that?
Where is it?
Where is the Michael Jordan number 12 jersey?
It seriously could be in a box somewhere in someone's basement, like a former assistant equipment managers. And they might not even know they have it.
Oh, of course, who could forget Fonzie jumping over the Sharks from Happy Days? That was from Happy Days, right?
Oh, yeah. If it's Fonzie, it's got to be Happy Days, right?
That was
I can't remember.
One of the best, Big Uke. Mm-hmm. Okay, we are going to be back with Jay's Play of the Day. We're gonna discuss this Kilam interview that we just had and talk about what we feel the Elks have to do in order to get the win on Monday. Coming up at 4:20 for the Oil Understood presented by GCL Diesel, we are going to reminisce about the Oilers' first Stanley Cup that they won in 1984. Then we're going to get fired up for Tommy. Tommy's got something he's got to get off his chest.
Yeah,
he's fired up. I mean, that's what we want. And not to forget, Women in Ninja, an event that's happening this weekend at West Edmonton Mall.
I was watching video of it.
It's a real deal.
These girls are badass.
Yeah. So we've got lots more coming up. You are listening to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Tom Gazzola. We got Zachary Kubish working the ones and twos. We'll be right back after this break.
The Lock
I
Shop.
can't wait to tell Haas about the pop culture reporter we had on this morning that says she likes the odds of a baby before the end of the next regular season, Haas.
Yes!
I knew you'd like that, man. We had Hannah Van Bibber on from The Athletic today. We talked about a lot of different things. I said, let's talk about this baby. Like, is it reasonable to think that she has a baby by the end of next regular season? She said she likes those odds, man.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
If you aren't wearing a Connect belt, what are you waiting for? A one-size-fits-all belt with a smooth, hole-free track system makes it adjustable for the perfect fit. With fully customizable options, you can choose your belt color, material, and buckle to suit your style. 100% Canadian-owned and operated, Connect belts are designed for work, everyday wear, and even a round of golf. Check out the large selection of men's and women's styles at www.knktbelts.com. Connect belts, the perfect fit every time.
World-renowned top psychic medium and the star of Meet the Frasers, Matt Fraser comes to River Cree Resort and Casino on September 12th and 13th for a couple of special live shows. Join Matt for 2 nights of healing, hope, and laughter. Matt has become a trusted figure for people seeking closure, guidance, and connection with their loved ones. Don't miss Matt Fraser live at River Cree Resort and Casino September 12th and 13th. Both shows are 18+. Get your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
The Canadian Brewhouse is turning up the flavor this summer with our new summer feature menu. Try our jerk chicken skewers, Cajun shrimp tostadas, and street corn salsa. Bold bites made for patio season. Get them while it's hot. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Down in Calgary, Connor McDavid took to the media being asked about a possible extension with the Oilers. He said that he's going to take his time with the contract, having, quote, every intention to win in Edmonton. From Carolina, the Hurricanes have signed 2 former Flames in Oliver Shillington and Giovanni Smith to professional tryouts. In NFL news, the league has given Kansas City's Rashee Rice a 6-game suspension for violating the league's personal conduct policy. And the Elks made a move bringing back punter Jake Julien for next season. He's signed through 2027. MLB action, it's the Jays and Twins closing out their series just after 5. Eric Lauer gets a start for Toronto, and Ernie Clement is out of today's lineup. He takes some rest, being listed as day-to-day. And right now, in the top of the 6th, Seattle leads San Diego 4-2 in the 6th inning, with the Red Sox and Orioles duking it out after that. On the court, there's 2 WNBA games. It all starts when the Aces face the Dream with tip-off at 5:30. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The second hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Tom Gazzola, right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Currently, it's 31 degrees outside. Not a cloud in sight, at least from what I can see. 29 tomorrow, 29 Friday,
Confirmed.
29 Saturday,
Confirmed.
27 Sunday, 26
Confirmed.
Monday, 20 Tuesday, 23 Wednesday.
Confirmed.
And this is Tom, you're golfing tomorrow. Are you concerned? Tom,
No.
Maddie and I are going to be broadcasting outside. We might have to ask Damon if we could broadcast indoors.
No.
Or maybe from, I think he's got a hot tub.
Oh, yeah, you could do that.
That would be...
He has a sick patio.
Yeah, he's got a world-class patio.
A world-class patio, yeah. I think there are options or an ability to provide shade for both of you and the equipment.
We'll be fine. I think the keg's putting on lunch there. We'll
be
fine, Tom.
The keg's there. A lot of great fellow partners. We're going to have a hole there.
Yeah, Benny's working the hole.
Which is going to be awesome. It's good to have Benny around. Very happy that he's going to be sticking around with us. Excited to have him on board. I am golfing. It is a great tournament for a great cause, Robin Hood Society. Damon's been doing this for a long time. And we're going to have a fun afternoon for sure. So there's that.
I've received the Wayne Gretzky shirtless picture.
Yep, that's classic.
That's a good one. Chris Perper says that jersey was stolen. Tommy is correct.
Okay.
That's the Michael Jordan jersey as to why he had to wear
number 12.
Kilam, Elks.
Yeah.
I do look, of course it's not about him. You're not a head coach. going down there think, oh, this is about me. This is about me coming back. But I'll tell you one thing, Tom. That's a competitor.
Yeah.
You know, you're competing as a coach. So if you want to take it a little personal, and if you want to say, you know, hey, I'm coming back here. I want to take it to you guys. You're, you know, his former employers. That's okay. Yep. Because I guarantee you that the people in that locker room, the Double E locker room, that is, are also talking about that. Hey, let's go deliver a message for our coach going back to his old home.
Yes.
That has definitely been discussed.
If they like their coach,
and I think they do.
It feels like they do. Here's a tell for me that they like him. Obviously, you're going to give your coach the Gatorade shower for his first win. He got that. He was pumped up.
Oh.
But he bro hugs it with like the offense if they score a touchdown. He bro hugs it out with the defense if they come up big on a stop, which, by the way, the defense seems like it has been coming up with big stops more and more in the last few weeks.
Have you seen his post games? I mean, every one of them is electric.
Well, the stuff in the room after a win is the last one that the Elks posted was great. I think he booted the garbage can and he got everybody fired up, and then they have their win chant that involves like how many points they put up.
Right.
I like those little things.
Yeah.
It brings the team together. That's something that a guy like you, who's the glue guy, would probably, you'd be the one starting the chant, right?
Love it.
You're at the forefront of that.
Yeah, it's something to celebrate together as a team. It's really good.
If he's a no BS guy, but he cares about you, and I know that, and A, you've got that in your back pocket, and B, your team's playing good and has some confidence, and C, you're going in to play in the biggest game of the year against your biggest rival, of course I'd be fired up, and of course I would want to do it for my head coach.
Now let's look at this from a different perspective. Let's say they go down there and get shelled.
Which could happen.
I mean, let's say it's a pretty lopsided win. Is that, you know, they're riding quite a high right now.
Yes.
I mean, they come off 3 wins, but as we've explained, yeah, maybe not the most impressive teams in Alouettes, Argonauts, and Red Blacks. A team, you know, the best record out of those is 5-6. Is that then the time to say, okay, maybe this isn't this team's year yet?
No, I wouldn't say that.
No.
Because you got the bounce back potential on Saturday.
Yeah.
Where it's on their turf, literally.
Well, at that point, there'd be, 6 games left in the season?
Yeah.
After the Labor Day rematch?
Yeah.
If you drop both of those, you're going to be at 4-8.
That's an uphill climb.
And you probably got to get to 8 or 9 wins. So you do the math. It's going to be tough. They need to split this series. They need to. If they don't, it's very much so an uphill battle to try get into a playoff position. Because, a reminder, yes, although the crossover is in play, because Ottawa and Toronto are both at 3-8, the crossover is in play, but you have to be the 4th best team in the West.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you can't tie the BC Lions because they have the season series.
They go to Toronto after the Labor Day Classic and rematch. Have to win that game, Jay, regardless of if they're 4-8 or 5-7 or 6-6.
Well, then that's a totally different story. And I mean, the way that Toronto's been playing lately, that's not an easy task either. And then it's pretty much West Division teams the rest of the way.
Well, you get Hamilton the next week. Yeah, I think Hamilton, it's going to be tough, but the way they played them here, I think they have a chance. Sask is going to be a hard one, September 27th in Edmonton. Winnipeg, I'm curious about because they've kind of been up and down this year.
But here's the thing.
BC looks vulnerable. You get them on the 17th of October, and then you have a tough match to end the season against Calgary at home.
That's why I'm really interested to see what happens this weekend or this Monday. If they play up and play a competitive game against Calgary, win or lose, if it's, a 31-28 game or, one in the final 3 minutes, which a heck of a lot of CFL games are, even in a loss, that's a win, I think, for Elks fans. Because then that gives you the confidence to say, okay, this team is beatable. And not only is Calgary beatable, but Edmonton is actually playing up to that level.
Right.
They can play with the big boys. Calgary is probably considered the best team in the CFL right now.
Well, a lot of people giving them that clout because they beat the best team in the CFL record-wise twice.
I mean,
and I understand. I'm here for that argument. I have time for it.
It is hard to dispute. Okay, it's time to get to Jay's Play of the Day. Jay's Play of the Day is presented by Play Alberta. It's time to turn up the fun with the all-new Play Alberta app, your digital destination for casino, live dealers, lottery instants, and of course, sports betting. I got a good one for you here. It's a little chalky, but I'll let you know right after the music.
It's Jay, it's Play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's Play of the Day. It's Jay's Play of the Day. Jay's Play of the Day.
All right, Jay's Play of the Day. Look, I think I'm not going to go to the Labor Day game
yesterday
again. Oh, that was such a... We got destroyed in yesterday's Jay's Play of the Day.
I noticed. And then the damn partner parlay on the lock shot.
Oh, that was...
I'm watching.
Okay, so were you on that?
Holloway that blew it?
Were you on that?
I was on it.
Okay, from your perspective, Tom, how bad was that? How awful was that? Because everything was aligning up for the Blue Jays. It was perfect.
Bottom of or top of 9,
and then bing bang boom. You know what? You know why?
Tell me.
Did you see Dustin's tweet?
Yes, and I replied to it.
Like, what are you doing?
You jinxed it,
Dusty, buddy. You can't do that. Shame on you. If I was riding with that, I mean, I can only ride on so many things, right? But if I was riding on that and I saw Dustin tweet that out, I would give him a firm finger wag, because I'm just trying to find it here. Yeah. So this was yesterday. He tweeted this out at 6:37 last night. Kirk hit, check mark. Money bag, fire. Bichette over 1.5 total bases, check mark. Fire, cash bag. Vladdy, RBI, check mark. Finish off this game and we're cashing everything tonight. What is that? I mean, that's
Hoffman, not Holloway, pardon me. Hoffman blew it.
I mean, I understand, Dusty, but geez, that's a risky move to count your chickens before they hatch.
I will hop on and sprinkle your play of the day today.
Yeah, so we're going Saskatchewan, Winnipeg. I mean, I don't think there's any way this doesn't go over 51.5 points. It is a little chalky. That's what I said, but it was boosted from -118 to -105. So it's almost even money.
Okay.
So should you have or haven't yet, deposit $5 or more, use promo code YEG50 and get a $50 free bet. Boom. Throw that on this. Or if you want to deposit 20 or more, you can use promo code EST Sports. You get a $50 free bet. Boom.
Hit it.
I like this play. I don't know why this over-under is so low. Both teams are putting up on average well over 26 points. So, this should be fun. I mean, it is Labor Day, so stranger things have happened. Yeah, Big Uke says Dusty pre-selling, and I was PO'd when I saw his tweet. You never pre-sell. You just can't do that.
Tempting fate.
118 ain't even chalky as a solo on boosted line. -118. Yeah, I guess that's not bad. That's a pretty good return.
I'm going to hop on that.
I mean, when you get to those -150s, -160s, that's a little chalky.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's Jay's Play of the Day for Play Alberta. And a reminder to always use your game sense. You can head over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on ESC specials, and you'll see all of the plays, which there's a lot. There's a lot. If you like the NFL, if you like MLB, if you like the CFL, there's lots going on right now. So check that out. This comes in from Jeff at YYZ for photos. Beatles at Shea Stadium.
That's a sports tie-in.
England World Cup 1966. Was it a goal?
Is that the one someone else pointed out when the Queen presented the World Cup trophy. That must have been it.
Must have been. But the person there had said George Best. And George Best was a soccer player from Northern Ireland. World-class soccer player, but he had alluded to that. I don't know what the connection was there. And Nadia Comaneci, perfect 10 in Montreal.
This is gymnastics?
Must be.
Remember, was it Bella Caroli? And Carrie Strug in the 96 Olympics when he carried her when she performed on, I can't remember, was it on the beam? Are you kicking me on purpose?
No, sorry. I'm just stretching my legs,
Tell me
bro.
something, dog?
No, I'm just stretching my bowels.
Bella Caroli, that was the coach?
Was it?
And he was carrying her after she performed. And
I remember a coach carrying.
It helped lead to a gold.
She hurt her ankle or something.
Yeah.
Was it Nadia Comaneci? I think that's what it was, right?
Coop would know. He was there.
She made Olympic history. Well, this is why you or I don't know about it.
Right.
Because it was Olympic history in Montreal in 1976. She was the first gymnast to achieve a perfect 10.0 score. She did that at the age of 14.
That's amazing.
Wow. Good for her. A Romanian retired gymnast. 5-time Olympic gold medalists. All in individual events. Huh. Well, this has been great. Learning a lot of things. We are going to be back with the Oil Understood, where we will get into the Oilers' first Stanley Cup. And we've got another little insight here, which is a great thing. And I'm glad we're doing this week, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm not mistaken, were you not part of the team that interviewed this team when they got together for a reunion for this Stanley Cup?
We did a documentary on it.
Right. And our guy, Tommy, was there. He was a part of it. He was asking the questions, for goodness sake. So if you have any questions for Tom about that event, about what the feeling was, about some of the questions he had asked, this is just going to be an open segment for GCL Diesel, the Oil Understood, where we're just going to talk about it, because some of the things they did that season were crazy. The playoff format was certainly different. The year they had, the goals they put up, I mean, everything about that year was incredible. Yep. And it stopped one of the first, the dynasty of that era, which was the Islanders. We're going to be back with the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel, but right now we got to hear from the Coob. It's a break. You're listening to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Tom Gazzola right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At the Olympic orientation camp, Connor McDavid was asked about his possible extension in Edmonton, saying that, quote, "I said at the end of June, I had every intention to take my time with it, and I still feel the same way." In other news, Rashee Rice has been given a 6-game suspension by the NFL for violating the league's personal conduct policy. He'll be available for the Chiefs in Week 7. For the Elks, punter Jake Julien is back after signing with the Elks through the 2027 season. He rejoins the Double E after being released by the team in January to pursue an NFL opportunity. Meanwhile, Toronto's Ernie Clement sits out tonight for the rubber match against the Twins after colliding with Minnesota's Matt Wallner last night. Ernie Clement got 10 stitches, suffering a hairline fracture. He's day-to-day. For the game tonight, first pitch at 5:07, Eric Lauer gets the ball. And right now, the Padres trail 4-2 in the 7th inning as they face the Mariners. Elsewhere, basketball action has 2 games. Las Vegas meeting Atlanta at 5:30. The Sun and Wings meet after that. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Proudly serving Edmonton and area for over 30 years, the West End showroom is open 7 days a week. You can shop online at ParamountFlooring.ca. We revisit the 84 Cup win for the Oilers after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Hannah Van Biber joins us on the show.
I hate to say it, but I was not a believer at first. I was like, this is a rebound, this is a fling. Everybody wants to date a football player once, and then they, move on to someone else more serious. And he was so different from anyone she had dated. She'd only dated sad singer-songwriters. So I'm happy to see it. She's in her happy era, and she decided to get married to
The
it.
Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Weekday mornings
weekdays 6 to 9, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
World-renowned top psychic medium and the star of Meet the Frasers, Matt Fraser comes to River Cree Resort and Casino on September 12th and 13th for a couple of special live shows. Join Matt for 2 nights of healing, hope, and laughter. Matt has become a trusted figure for people seeking closure, guidance, and connection with their loved ones. Don't miss Matt Fraser live at River Cree Resort and Casino September 12th and 13th. Both shows are 18 plus. Get your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Okay, 2 kids, 2 backpacks, lunch bags. Wait, where are the school books? Back to school doesn't have to mean the everyday rush and stress of looking for your kids' items. Have more zen in your mornings. Find space for your family's needs with Sentinel Storage. Go back to school with 4 weeks free. Reserve your space today and find the peace of mind your morning needs. Visit sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Tom Gazzola. Right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. A reminder, if you are watching on YouTube, hammer that thumbs up. Coop, I don't know if have we played the thumbs up song? All right. If you're waiting for it, I know some of you have to wait for this song. Here you go.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
And for those of you wondering who this lovely, beautiful man is beside me, why is Reid de-aged? That's because this is Tom Gazzola.
Hey, now.
Reid is off this week, but he'll be back here Tuesday, September 2nd, riding with the glue guy. We'll break down all the action from the CFL over the weekend, but it is time to get into the Oil Understood, which is brought to you by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta area for over 50 years. And now a partner of the Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show, GCL Diesel. Understood.
Oh, very good. Nice pregnant pause.
Okay, so for those that have been tuning in all week to the show, we appreciate you. We appreciate your listenership, viewership, however you are consuming Edmonton Sports Talk. We brought up the top 5 stories in Edmonton Oilers history.
Yes.
Now, Tom, refresh my memory. Was this number 1? No, Gretzky sale was number 1.
I put Cup, again, totally subjective. People have different moments in Oilers franchise history. And I went strictly NHL, saying 72 when they were founded, that's valid. 79 when they got into the NHL, valid. Getting Gretzky in 78, valid. But I just went NHL moments, and I put first Cup number 2 after Gretzky.
And I mean, the thing is that unfortunately for you and I, like you weren't born yet.
I was like a year and a bit away.
Right.
Yeah. I'm in a late 85.
I would have been 2.5.
Yeah.
We don't remember this. So we weren't there to experience, what it was like to be, say, our age.
Right.
In 1984. So if you did, share some memories. Share what this meant. Obviously, it was a younger club. The big bad boys in the NHL were the Islanders at that point.
Yep.
They had won in 81, 81, 82, and 83.
Mm-hmm.
The Oilers played them in 83, got swept the year before came back, and this was a totally different series. Interesting to see the breakdown of the games. I looked into the score of the games. Edmonton won game 1, 1-0.
That was Kevin McClelland.
The Islanders then won game 2, 6-1. Now, this was, at the time, a 2-3-2 format. So the Islanders had home ice advantage. Edmonton stole that in a big way in the first game. Because I was thinking about that. How would you now say, because what is it, first team to lose at home now? It's like the series hasn't started until when?
A team wins on the road.
Team wins on the road.
Right.
But would that be, I mean, that would definitely be the case in a 2-3-2 series.
Yeah.
Because Edmonton they won game 1.
And then you've got 3 shots at the Islanders at home coming up after game 2.
And then, boy, did they do it. 7-2 win, 7-2 win, 5-2 win. Impressive.
Yeah. Agreed.
Look at the names that were on this team for the Oilers. Gretzky, Anderson, Coffey, Fuhr, Curry, Lowe, Messier.
Rick Chartra.
Sure.
Yeah. Kenny Linsman, Lee Foglin, the aforementioned Kevin McClellan, who had that big goal in game 1. Yaroslav Puzar was on the team. I remember talking to these guys. It was really cool.
Well, and when was that, Tom? When was that the boys on the bus?
This was, those guys were the boys on the bus. That was the boys on the bus era. I think Boys on the Bus was filmed 86 and 87.
Okay. Right.
But when it came, this was essentially the same group. Dave Hunter was on that team. Pat Hughes, who was good. Willie Lindstrom, I remember him. Very nice man, Swedish guy. Dave Lumley, of course. Lummer's still kicking around in town. Semenko, Randy Gregg, Charlie Huddy, Dave Jackson. Your goalies were Fuhr and Moog. Yeah, I remember that 84 reunion was really cool because a lot of the guys were getting older. Management types, Teddy Green, John Muckler. That was really our... I don't remember if they came back for the Farewell Rexall Place, which we did the next year, which was a lot of fun too. But it was cool to see them all together, and they all, like the boys on the bus, they all kind of still had their, hey, here's where I go, here's, not really cliques, but they felt like they were back in the day. It was a time warp, if you will.
Looking back at that season, do you know that their average attendance was a sellout?
Shocking.
17,498 every game.
What a surprise.
I mean, that is incredible. They went 57, 18, and 5 that season. They had club records in wins with 57, obviously. Points, 119 points.
Not bad.
And an NHL record for goals. 446 goals scored. That's 6 goals a game, Tom.
Yes.
Now, okay, I know different times, different rules, but
the goalies and all that.
But I don't know. Well, this is a bit of a, we're veering off course here a bit, but
let's veer.
It was different sticks too. Guys aren't
clubs.
taking snappers that it's going to go, top cheddar at 70 miles an hour, 70 kilometers an hour, right? The sticks were wood.
Yeah,
literally.
Wood and fiberglass. It's funny too, if you watch games and highlights from back then, even the stick handling, they kind of like slap the puck to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And the gear was obviously technology now, and the equipment and what we can use on the ice is so much better, far superior. What we've learned about skating, movement, goalies with tracking, and just the sheer size. There was a great photo of Ben Bishop standing beside Darren Pang, and both of them were wearing their equipment. Panger wore his last set of pads with the Blackhawks or something like that. And Ben Bishop was like 2 feet taller than him. Darren Pang was like the starting goalie for the Chicago Blackhawks in 1988 during the playoffs. And he's like 5'4". Ben Bishop was like 6'7".
Crazy how things have changed, right?
Yeah. But it doesn't take away from how incredible those accomplishments were from the 84, 85, 87, 88, 90 Oilers.
Gretzky had 205 points.
Yeah, which he would beat the next year.
I mean, think of that. 87 goals.
118
assists.
Yeah.
That's just mind-boggling.
Yeah, that team was insane. And it was, again, so cool to be a part of the reunion, to do the documentary on them, to have all those people together again.
Did those guys know at that time that they were a part of something that could be or would be special?
Yeah. And you would ask them about that, and they're like, we knew we were good. We knew it was a matter of time. We knew we just had to
know they were
mature.
Kick off the old guard in the New York Islanders and take over the reins of a dynasty?
I think they did. From what I remember, they knew that they were ready to take that next step, and they finally did. And then obviously they were at the tippy top of the mountain, 86 being the exception. But you talk to those guys, and a lot of them point the finger right back at themselves. I know a lot of people say, Steve Smith, banking it off of Grant Fuhr. Perry Berezan from Edmonton, by the way, was credited with that goal for the Flames.
Good trivia question.
Yeah, I think he went to O'Leary, if I'm not mistaken. My uncle went to school with him. Yeah, when they talk about 86 and what could have been 5 in a row, they say, well, we still had like another, was it 10 minutes left in the game or another period left in the game? I think it was 10 minutes because it was in the third period. They were in that one end, and they couldn't get that goal that they needed. And the Flames were a good team back then too, but yeah, they knew they were awesome. And the most interesting thing, and it stands out to me, is I was doing an interview with Glenn Anderson, and it was for the 84 reunion. And I said, which of the 5 Stanley Cup winning teams was the best? And he said 88. He said the 88 team would have beaten the 84 team. It would have beaten the 85 team.
Really? Is it just because they were more mature?
He said they knew how to win at that point.
Yeah.
They didn't have the best regular season in 88. They didn't set records and individual and team records like they did in 84 and 85. But he said, we knew how to win. And we knew at the start of the playoffs how we had to elevate our game, and everybody did. And that's why I think they went 16-2 in 88. But 83 really was the beginning of that.
Fun fact, I found this interesting, that the Oilers were the fastest Canadian-based expansion team to win a major sports title by winning a title in only their 5th NHL season.
Mm-hmm.
You know that feat was eclipsed in 2016 by this CFL team.
Ottawa.
Yeah. Ottawa Redblacks in their 3rd CFL season.
Yep.
Little apples to oranges there, I
right.
think. But
And Ottawa considers themselves like they were a dormant franchise for years, and the Renegades and all that. But no, that's fair.
Andy Van Hellemond was the official in that series. It's just, I don't know. I find it really interesting to look back on this. Wayne Gretzky captain, Dennis Potvin captain. Obviously, Paul Lorio was singing the anthem.
I remember talking to Ken Morrow, who was the Islanders defenseman on those dynasty year teams. I asked him about losing to the Oilers in 84. He's like, yeah, we just knew, like, they were younger. We had great talented players, but we had gone through the rigors of all those Stanley Cups, and yeah, they were just ready. And whether we liked it or not, they took it from us.
Do you think gone are the days of the Islanders 4 consecutive cup wins?
Yeah.
Gone are those days?
In hockey, yeah. Actually, all sports, really.
I mean, in football, like Kansas City's been doing it pretty well for a pretty long time.
And Chicago, and then remember we're flirting with the Lightning, talking about dynasty, but when you have to stretch it to, well, you won 3 of 6 years that's a dynasty. Like, we're really stretching it by that point. Like, if you can go back to back to back to back.
Well, 4 straight Stanley Cups.
Habs did it 5 in a row at one point, right? Like,
Dawson Nielsen says, do you feel that the Oilers now have the mojo?
Like, close. I mean, I don't know how much closer you can get without actually winning it. They're right there. Again, I still think the team roster-wise is weaker than it was at the end of last season right now, but you can always tweak that and improve it mid-season.
All right. We are going to be joined by Kalia Robertson and Corey DePape, co-founders of Women in Ninja. There is an event happening this weekend at West Edmonton Mall. We're going to bring them in after the break. We're going to get the fired up first before that. Sorry, Tom.
Yeah,
I didn't want to
fired up now that you blew that off.
But I want to get to a limerick first. This one comes in from Bronco Nick. Hello, gents. Limerick time. Canada's hockey stars landed for camp. No on-ice sessions. No one lighting the lamp. Connor contract talk. No one will balk. Look forward to Elks beating the Stamp. Have a great day. Well, Bronco Nick, I sure hope you're right on that one. A reminder that training camp for the Oil Kings opens on Thursday. That's down at the Downtown Community Arena. So maybe we'll have to get somebody on, talk about the games. Those are always fun. We usually have Kevin Radomski on. He talks about the games, the teddy bear toss, the fun jerseys they're going to have. He's a beauty guy. He took friends of ours down for a tour there.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That's how good. He's
a really
awesome.
good guy.
He's the best. He was one of the guys. I have a lot of friends in that organization that I worked with still. He's one of them, and I value him. And to get him back with the Oil Kings, like they did a couple of years ago, was brilliant.
Huge.
Great move.
Reminder, the Oil Kings home opener is Saturday, September 20th, as the Red Deer Rebels visit Rogers Place. Okay, we are going to be back with Fired Up. A reminder that Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta is your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery, all in one place. With easy access to real money games, you can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. You are listening to The Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Tom Gazzola right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Oilers captain Connor McDavid took to the media at Olympic orientation camp this morning, addressing a possible extension in Edmonton, expressing that he plans on taking his time with the deal. And for the Hurricanes, they've invited former Flames Oliver Shillington and Giovanni Smith to a professional tryout, while back in E-Town, the Elks have signed punter Jake Julien to a 2-year deal. He rejoins the Double E after being released by the team back in January. Out east, the Jays look to bounce back after losing 7-5 to the Twins yesterday. Eric Lauer takes to the mound for the rubber match. First pitch at 5:07. And in the game, they'll be without Ernie Clement. He's day-to-day after colliding with Minnesota's Matt Wallner. Yesterday, Clement sustaining a hairline fracture on his finger. And 2 games are live right now. San Diego down 4-2 against Seattle, top of the 8th inning, while the Red Sox and Orioles are runless in the first. And in the NFL, Rashee Rice of the Chiefs got a 6-game suspension from the NFL for violating the league's personal conduct policy. This sports update is brought to you by Clover Bar Feeds. Clover Bar Feeds has all the animal feed you'll need. Get top-notch service and selection from their family-owned business. Visit Clover Bar Feeds at 200 Portage Close in Sherwood Park, or give them a call at 780-467-5014. Tommy and Jay get fired up once we get back from break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
EST Hangout.
Has anyone done the fantasy football yet?
I'm doing mine tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, I did another one called a Galantine League one, but the thing is, the Love Island reunion was on.
Oh, no.
So my brother, I called him like, yo, can you just draft for me? Because
you can't focus on 2 things at once when it's the Love Island reunion.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Goodbye. You sure are going to miss them, but their room would make a great yoga studio. Store their childhood treasures safely with Sentinel Storage and find some space for you. Try 4 weeks free. SentinelStorage.ca.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and Tom Gazzola, right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, where it is a beautiful, balmy 31 outside. Stay cool. Maybe go grab a Slurpee. You a Slurpee guy, Tom?
Not really.
Me neither.
Not really.
No, I haven't been a Slurpee guy in a while. I usually just have water.
I like water.
I drink a lot of water.
A lot of water in there right now. It's delicious.
Coob, you a Slurpee guy?
I like me a Slurpee.
Yeah.
I don't go for it very often, but on days like these, it would be on the top of the list for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like
cream soda?
Yeah, like it depends on the day though. Like I'm not the same kind of I don't get the same kind of Slurpee each time.
Mm-hmm.
I might make mud water, put them all together, get all the flavors.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, I like the layers and the colors.
I've never been a
cool.
fan. I've never been a fan.
But sometimes, you might just want the Coke flavor or a good cream soda. That would hit today.
I think cream soda is probably
pretty good as a Slurpee.
If we're putting together the top 3 Slurpee flavors, cream soda's got to be in there. I don't know why. I don't know why it works. I don't know why it hits, but it does.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew one's okay.
Mountain Dew's got to be up there.
Not bad.
Mountain Dew's got to be, and then just it's a basic Coca-Cola is up there as well.
The good old root beer.
I love root beer. Some people hate root beer.
Wow.
Like hate it in general?
Yeah, they're like root beer is terrible. I love root beer.
Root beer does have it can have a different taste to it if you think about it. Like it can have like a spearmint almost taste to it.
Jack Michaels once told me at a ice cream parlor that I have the palate of an 80-year-old woman. And I said, what is wrong with you? And he goes, well, you love butter pecan ice cream. You love maple walnut ice cream. And you like root beer. And I was like, well, that's rude. But yes, I do like those things.
Those are all great things.
Thank you.
Yeah. I love maple.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I love maple walnut. I love butter pecan. I love pecan pie. I love root beer. I like Dr. Pepper.
Do you like Tiger ice cream?
No.
Okay.
No.
Now that would.
No, I don't
That'd
like
be called
Tiger ice cream.
Okay.
Shrimp City Beach says he rocked. I rocked a Dr. Pepper Slurpee at lunch.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Love it.
That's good.
Dr. Pepper.
You're a big Dr. Pepper guy, Coob. A lot of people don't know about you. You're the Dr. Pepper king.
I like my variations of pops, and sometimes I give more love to some other pops. And
what are you drinking right now? You have a new one too, right?
Yeah, I brought a 12-pack. Once I came back from my vacay, I brought a Zesty Citrus Pepsi 12-pack here. It's it kind of wants to be Mountain Dew-ish, but it's not very zesty.
It's different.
Yeah, it's not.
It's like Pepsi and lime.
Yeah, it doesn't really do it for me, but it's got the carbonation.
You're just drinking those things because you have to at this point.
Now I do.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It is time to get fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, who have been proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years and are the authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. Now, Tom, I've been casting some topics your way, the buying or sellings, the fired up.
Way too much responsibility.
Way too much. Is that true?
It's a burden.
Well, unfortunately, I've burdened you with a fired up.
I know.
And I feel you're going to knock it out of the park. What do you got?
I just need to shame you on the air and telling you're giving me way too much. I'm kidding. I really like these segments. I am fired up. And when I said this, you raised an eyebrow.
I did. Because I want to give you the due respect and the ability to talk to me about this. Talk me through what you said, because it took me by surprise. I'm not going to lie.
To me, I'm fired up because this is the best time of the year in sports. We're walking into it right now.
Well, okay, hang on.
It is.
Are we walking into it? Or are we in it?
We're essentially in it. We're talking about Labor Day.
Okay.
We're talking about hockey starting right away. Can I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said,
Labor Day's starting. I love Labor Day weekend in the CFL. This is when it gets everyone's attention. This is when it's the focal point of the sports weekend in Canada. The naysayers, the people that feel like they can't say they like the CFL. They're all watching.
Well, it's the only game in town.
These are big
other than
games.
Major League Baseball.
With baseball, this is when players start to actually try.
Oh.
Because it's the stretch drive. The NFL is right around the corner. We're talking about 53-man rosters. Talking about the start of the season next Thursday. It's freaking exciting.
Yeah.
NHL hockey, WHL hockey, just hockey in general. You're seeing kids going back to the rink. Parents talk about tryouts, ID camps, whatever they call them now. Soft, by the way. Cut these kids. If they suck, cut them. How do you learn? How do you get better? How do you get motivated? Sorry, I'm ranting because I'm fired up. And it's still hot outside. And I love that.
Okay.
And Joaquin, on my way to the studio today, he was talking about something that really resonated with me. He said that they were doing the Mount Rushmore with Maddie and Yukub of like sporting events in the year, right? And it's totally subjective. But Joaquin said the first Saturday night of the NHL season. And he was talking about like, he's kind of, nobody's at the house. Everyone's doing their thing. He has it to himself. He can kind of do his own thing. And he says the way the light hits him in his house, the angle it comes in, he just knows it's the hockey season. I get it. When Joaquin said that, like, it's not for me like, oh, the angle of the sun and the temperature. No, it's just the excitement of that first Saturday. Yes, Hockey Night in Canada or wherever you watch games, whatever network you watch on. But to me, that first Saturday is such a big night. I love it. I get fired up. Some nights or sometimes the Oilers are part of it. Sometimes they're not. I prefer when they're not because I like to watch the other games. And then if there's an Oilers game the next day, I feel I'm more pumped up for the first game I'm going to cover of the season.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I just think we are, I guess for football, it starts this weekend.
This is the best time for football.
I mean, I understand week 0 was last weekend.
Yeah.
And that the highlight, the big game last weekend was Iowa State playing Kansas State, upset Kansas State, but in Dublin,
which was cool.
That was the big game.
Right.
You know what the big game is this weekend?
Calgary, Edmonton.
Well, in NCAA.
No, because I don't care about NCAA.
Number 1, Texas, taking on number 3, Ohio State.
Sick.
That is a way to kick off a season. It's kind of like how Daytona does it. In NASCAR, Daytona kicks off their season essentially with the Super Bowl. And that's, that's a beautiful, I guess, tradition.
I respect that.
But we're coming into like the start of the NHL, NFL, NCAA, CFL is getting into high gear.
MLB, I'm not joking. The players actually start to try this time of year.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's not kid ourselves. They coast.
Well, okay.
You hear these
want to go down this,
guys being hungover and out for dinner the night before the game, and maybe they had an extra bottle of wine or a few
MLB
beers.
Though. I mean, that's always been the something that you could easily poke a hole at is when they make the playoffs, they celebrate like they just won a pennant.
That's a bit silly.
Yeah, I
always think the celebrations are a bit silly.
It kind of degrades your usefulness on the field. I would guess if you get it, you squeak into the wild card and you got to go play a 1 game or 2 whatever series.
Yeah.
And you're doing the champagne bit and all that.
You got the ski goggles on. I always think that part's silly.
But I mean, I can't think what would be, because I agree. I think we're walking into the window where it's like, wow.
It's the sweet spot, in my opinion.
And I do agree. I think the way that you tied it all together with what I'm looking at right now is a 31-degree day in Edmonton, not a cloud in the sky.
Yeah.
This is a crystal blue, clear Alberta sky, and all this stuff is happening. Yeah, I agree with you, Tom. Now, I'm just trying to think, is there another time of the year that would come close? I mean,
I think people would find a different part of the year where they think that.
I think, the Super Bowl into March Madness. And
that's a big one.
The NHL final push
stretch
happening.
Playoffs, yeah.
And part of that also, though, is weather related. Because for March Madness, that's the signal that you're coming out of winter. When March Madness comes on, you're coming out of it. The snow's melting.
Pitchers and catchers are reporting.
Catchers reporting.
I like this time of year more. For whatever reason. But again, like Jack Michael said, I have the palate of an 80-year-old woman.
I don't agree with what Jack had to say about that.
I just found that quote to be funny. It's so Jack.
Nolan from St. Albert, the pop debate or the Slurpee debate got going. He says Dr. Pepper is objectively the GOAT. Poop Stain says I only have root beer at A&W with my burger. Ian says Dr. Pepper and Sprite / 7-Up is the go to me. The
very good combo. Very good combo.
My trick with Slurpees, and this is elite. If you haven't done this yet, I encourage you to do it today. Today is a suitable day for a Slurpee. Nobody's going to look at you weird if you're going to get a Slurpee today.
No.
Okay, this is the time. You go get one of those gummy candy packs. They're kind of in a cone shape. They're pre-packed. Every convenience store has them now. You open that bad boy up and you go get your cup. You go take half that bag, dump it in the bottom of your Slurpee. Okay? Then you go over and get your Dr. Pepper, your cream soda, whatever flavor you like. And you pour that over top of all those gummy candies. And you know what you do is you give it a couple
slams
on the table so that the Slurpee encompasses all of the gummies.
And then it freezes the gummy.
Yeah.
That's good.
And you got a beautiful, chewy, cold treat
at the end of it,
waiting for you at the end of your Slurpee.
Strutty does that too.
That's the go-to. That's almost the reason I would get a Slurpee, is to have that.
Yep.
I think it's the best. Mex Bezozu makes a great, compelling point. Having the NBA in the background has been part of a Christmas tradition.
I love that. And now NFL.
So is the NBA, they're still going to be on, but they're just going to be competing with the NFL?
Did they not do that this past year too? Because the NFL is essentially just taken over Christmas.
Well, you know what? Honestly, Tom, I think the NFL could play any day of the week.
Well, Wannick thinks they're going to become a 7-day a week league.
It would be interesting to see how they put that into a schedule. To be honest with you, because you do have to recognize that this is a very physical game and players need to have time off. There are 3 games on Christmas. Starts out Cowboys at Commanders.
Okay. Great matchup.
Lions at Vikings.
Excellent.
And then
rivalry.
Broncos at Chiefs. So you have divisional rivals. They're almost duplicating what they are already doing on Thanksgiving.
Right.
And I'm here for it.
So am I.
I think that's fantastic. That's interesting, Tom. I agree with you. I'm fired up for you're fired up.
I think there's so much potential in the air, and it's a good time. Everyone's pleasant. There's a lot to look forward to. And that always kind of gets me going, gets me fired up. So that was, you said, Jay, you've got fired up. And I was like, okay.
This is your time.
I love this time of year in sports.
It is good. Max and Millie in the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. He says that's how he got Mars bars out of the convenience store when he was a kid.
You slide them into the Slurpee?
Jeez.
That's
you
dirty
go
trick.
pay for the gummy candies first. Come on.
That's the noble
We
thing
got to
to
set
do.
a good example for the kids.
Yeah.
Nolan from St. Albert says, I think there's no shot the NFLPA agrees to a 7-day-a-week schedule.
Nolan from St. Albert might have a point, but Owanek made a pretty reasonable case for what could happen in the future.
I think
in the
they
NFL.
could, whether they do or not.
We got Thursday night, we got Friday night. We got Thursday night, Sunday, and Monday. So we're at 3 nights a week, right? Mm-hmm. And we've seen some Saturdays mixed in there.
Well, later in the season,
yeah,
they get the Saturday games. In the playoffs, they have Saturday games. But they could run every night.
Yeah. Now, realistically, I know we're going to get to break here, but realistically, if you were to try to stretch it to 7 days a week, you'd need to really tap dance around bye weeks, travel.
Oh, yeah.
It would be a
tough.
nightmare.
It would take a lot. It would be a logistical nightmare.
Yeah.
Okay, that was fired up for Gemco Fireplaces. Well done, Thomas.
Thank you.
We have Kalea Robertson and Corey DePape coming up next on the Reid Wilkins Show, co-founders of Women in Ninja. They have an event that's happening this weekend at West Edmonton Mall. So we're going to hear from them right after the break. But first, we need to hear from the Coob.
2 guys and a goalie.
He tried to trade for Danny Heatley.
Was that Tambo?
Yep. He hired Pat Quinn.
Well, maybe Steve Tambolini was here longer than I thought.
Drafted Magnus Piarvi. 10th overall.
I still like the pick.
Great one. Traded Kyle Brodziak for nothing. That was a bad one. Signed Habby Bulin for who knows why.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The Canadian Brewhouse is turning up the flavor this summer with our new summer feature menu. Try our jerk chicken skewers, Cajun shrimp tostadas, and street corn salsa. Bold bites made for patio season. Get them while it's hot. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
You know Dawn. Everyone knows Dawn. Dawn from
Frontier Cartage. That's right, it's me, Dawn from Frontier Cartage, where we're setting the standard for cartage service in Edmonton and beyond, offering city cartage, Alberta Highway, short haul deck, and more. My team and I are bringing our years of industry experience and expertise to every mile.
Join Dawn and her boys in a new chapter in transportation excellence, dedicated to exceptional service. Call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826.
At Mind 360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind 360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind 360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
From the Olympic orientation camp, Connor McDavid spoke and was asked about a possible extension with the Oilers, saying that he's taking his time with the deal, adding that he has, quote, every intention to win in Edmonton. Meanwhile, Toronto's Ernie Clement sits out for the rubber match against the Twins tonight after colliding with Minnesota's Matt Wallner last night. Clement got 10 stitches on his left middle finger, suffering a hairline fracture. He's listed as day-to-day. And tonight, Eric Lauer gets a start. First pitch in about 6 minutes. Right now, it's the Red Sox leading the Orioles 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Boston sits 4 games back of the Jays for first in the AL East. And earlier, the Elks signed punter Jake Julien through the 2027 season. He rejoins a Double-E after being released by the team in January to pursue an NFL opportunity. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The third and final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and Tom Gazzola right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports. That was a great fired up segment, Tom. Looney Len says, I think they'd have a hard time on Saturdays because that is a day that belongs to college football, right?
True. And I agree with and understand where Looney Len's coming from, but there is precedent from the NFL to just take a day away from a competitor like they did Christmas with the NBA.
But do you think it would be wise to do so?
I'm not like, I don't want them to go to 7 days. I'm
against
just saying
college football. Because in some
why they don't care.
Well, in some states, college football is bigger than the NFL.
Is the stadium sold out and more people watching the NFL? Are they making more money?
Probably more people are watching.
Yeah.
But I told you, you got to watch that.
Off.
Yeah, it would. Especially in SEC country. I don't know how.
Yeah, I get that.
How well that would go over, right?
Now, you could tap dance around it. You could make sure that teams in the SEC that have NFL teams in their backyard, the NFL teams aren't playing on those Saturdays.
Don't tick them off. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, really excited to talk to these people. This is, I mean, we got to ask questions because we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool event that's happening at West Edmonton Mall this weekend. We are pleased to welcome Kalia Robertson and Corey DePape. They are co-founders of Women in Ninja. There's an event happening at West Edmonton Mall this weekend. Kalia, Corey, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, doing well. Thank you.
We are doing great. We're going to get into the event. We're going to get into, all the details of what's going on this weekend. But first, what is Women in Ninja?
So we started this event as a competition to try and showcase and bring more women to the sport. It's still a very male-dominated sport, and because it's an extreme sport, it can be super intimidating to women. So it's kind of a place where we can showcase what we have and hopefully get more females interested in trying it.
So as you are co-founders of Women in Ninja, what inspired both of you to do this and create this and start what appears to be a great event that's happening this weekend?
Passion for Ninja Warrior 1.
Yeah, so we both compete. We're both athletes as well. And then Corey designs obstacles. I like to be involved in the ninja community. My friend Megan Budway started this in the US. So even if you watched American Ninja Warrior this season and they did the side-by-side ninja, like the women were not winning. It was just different. They were the same courses, which some of those women are beasts. Like completing that course would have been huge. But in ninja, a lot of times you have to keep the men in mind too when you're building the course. So when we're competing on the same platform, it's usually the guy that wins is whoever made it to the buzzer the fastest. And usually for the women, it's whoever got to the fourth or fifth obstacle the fastest. So just realizing this, it's nice to give a platform where the women are the sole thought behind our creative process. Yeah. So our goal is to watch them get to the buzzer and just feel like,
Courses designed with women in mind, so they're designed around the women capabilities.
So you had mentioned American Ninja Warrior, and hand up. I mean, it's a hit in our house. I've got 3 young girls, and they are trying to turn every, the pool table downstairs, every tree limb outside into their own Ninja Warrior course. I even had to buy a thing that strings from tree to tree. Nice. With handles and all this. So American Ninja Warrior is also, it's a huge, I think it's been around since 2009. Have either of you ever competed in American Ninja Warrior?
No, it's hard for Canadians to compete unless they do an international event. You have to be a resident of the United States in order to compete on American Ninja Warrior.
I applied. They didn't take me.
Well, maybe, keep doing stuff like this and they'll have to. They'll have no choice. Yeah. So, Corey, you design a lot of the obstacles. Yeah. What's the biggest challenge? Coming up with something different, or do you just try and take something that you've seen on American Ninja Warrior and, like you say, apply it for use in this type of a setting?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So sometimes you're taking obstacle ideas that you've seen and maybe putting your own little spin onto it to try and create different movements and problems with it. Other times it's just straight out of your mind. You just think about a movement and try and design an obstacle to give you that movement that you're trying to create. But this year, a little sneak peek is we have an iconic Ninja Warrior obstacle in the finals course this year. So it's going to be pretty exciting for the kids that have been watching Ninja Warrior this year.
I love that. Just looking at the setup at the Ice Palace and photos, it looks cool. Now, my question for those that would have no idea, are blind to American Ninja Warrior, and they would say, well, where are the bow staffs? Where are the nunchucks? Where are the katanas? And where are the sais? You would tell them what?
It's Ninja Warrior, not ninja.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but do you guys ever just go with it? Because we had a great ninja discussion on our on one of our other shows the other week. It was about feng shui and how your bed's supposed to be aligned in your room because it keeps, if somebody attacked like a ninja through the window, your bed wouldn't be under it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Do you ever roll with it and just try pretend, play the part of the ninja?
I haven't yet.
Well, there actually has been some courses where they actually have played on a little bit of that.
I respect that very much.
So tell us more about what's going on at West Edmonton Mall this weekend, how people can come and view this and what to expect.
Yeah, so viewing is free for everybody, just because it's on the Ice Palace, so you can stand around the boards and have a look in. You do have to pay to come onto the floor, but I believe we're sold out of the VIP tickets. good. That's good. But yeah, it was going to be going on from 8 a.m. till 5:30 on Saturday and Sunday. So you just come on by, check it out. If you got any questions, ask. Anybody who's got any questions, want to know more how to get involved and stuff like that, you just got to talk to one of the volunteers that they see, or ask for Clea or myself.
Also, on the final day between 4 and 5, there'll be a meet and greet. So one of our big competitors who, I guess seeing women in this sport kind of inspired me too. And then I wanted to do it at my gym, and they were like, we just can't take that on right now because I work for FitSet. And so I was like, hey, Corey, like, I want to do this. And he's the guy, like, you talk about his mind. He's like, I call him the mad scientist of obstacles, because he'll be like, I'm going to build this. And I can't envision it. What I envision is never anything close to what he's built. But he was like, let's do it. I think this is great. And then, yeah, we just kind of.
Yeah. It showcases the women so then they get a nice. A hard course for the men is a super hard course for women.
Right.
So it's nice to have a course that's built to get more buzzers out of the women.
Well, I'm glad Kalia brought that up, because I'm sitting there and I'm hearing Jay talk about his daughters, and he's buying like obstacles for their backyard, and you're talking about making Corey become the mad scientist with putting together the obstacles. So if there's people that are walking by at West Edmonton Mall and they see this happening, and there's kids there, young girls there that see this, and I want to try that. Where can they? Where is the grassroots ninja warrior for women and kids, boys and girls, at right now, especially in our area?
So we have a gym out in the north end by Kingsway Mall, and that's called FitSet Ninja. They are actually our platinum sponsor for this event. It's where him and I both started Ninja, and our daughters, who are also competing. So we haven't seen them because we've been in the workshop. And then in the south side, there's a gym that opened up just off Calgary Trail. They're called Elemental. So there are local. All of them do camps, drop-ins. They have open gyms. We have training teams, and both have competitive teams too. And for this weekend, one of the women that is like iconic as inspirational in the ninja community, and if you are a fan of American Ninja Warrior, you should recognize the name Sandy Zimmerman. And so the pivotal moment of this for us, well, for me maybe, was that I used to watch her, and she was my reason, like, okay, then maybe I can do this. And now she competes at our event. So it was kind of like a full circle.
Totally. Full circle moment. Yeah, I love that.
You had mentioned that you guys build your courses with themes, and this year's theme was the Enchanted Forest. So do you name some of the obstacles after specific fairy tales, or how does that all work?
All of them.
Yeah.
I can tell you, we, you won't know what they are. We have a Rapunzel.
Oh,
we have a little
I
red
can guess
Riding
what the
Hood.
Rapunzel would be, though. Can I guess? Or is it like top secret?
You can guess, yeah.
So if I had to use my brain and think of what the Rapunzel would it be some sort of a rope climb? You know, like you're climbing up hair?
You could be, yeah.
It is a good guess.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, we have Little Red Riding Hood. That is an iconic one from the show.
Yeah.
Little Red Riding Hood. Cool. But it's not called Little Red Riding Hood in the show.
So are you guys, mum's the word on the final obstacle that is like the hardest one there? Like, or can you share some of that information with our listeners to try and encourage them to come out and watch some of these girls to go out and try and achieve this goal?
Well, our pros for course 1 are going to have 45 seconds to get through. And in there is going to be 10 obstacles, balance, some cool laches, because ninjas love laches, and
Lots of pull and run and
dynamic balances. Ninjas will maybe get that one.
Dynamic balances. Well, I am certainly not a ninja. You had mentioned also, and thank you for taking time. We are joined by Kalia Robertson and Corey DePap. They are the co-founders and organizers of Women in Ninja, with an event happening this weekend at West Edmonton Mall. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, correct?
Just Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, Saturday and Sunday.
We're there setting up all night.
Now, this just isn't for, young people or children, or you have a group of moms that are competing in this as well, if I understood that right?
Yep. We have a master's division, which is 40 plus, and then another master's division, which was 50 plus. And last year we had 4 women compete in the 40 plus. And this year, a bunch of the moms, rather than just watching their kids, decided to join just to compete in Women in Ninja. And so now this year we have 14 40 plus competitors, which is, I don't know that I've competed in an event besides World Finals with that many masters.
Wow, this is incredible. Good on you guys for putting this together. It sounds like it's going to be an incredible event. If somebody can't get down to West Edmonton Mall, is there an alternative way for them to watch this? Is there a streaming site that they can just, hey, I want to check this out, and on Saturday afternoon? Is there somewhere they can watch this?
Yep.
So it'll be on YouTube. The streams are scheduled. So it's at NM Obstacle is where you would find the links there.
So that's the letter N, the letter M, Obstacle.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There'll be live commentary. Cadet Ninja's actually coming to do the commentary. He's won American Ninja Warrior. I may be wrong, but I think he's won it twice. And he'll be on the upcoming season. And then he's bringing his buddy that we're hopefully going to put to work there too, Luke Beckstrand. And his brother just recently won American Ninja Warrior. That's a spoiler alert, though, maybe. It aired on Monday. Yeah. So if you didn't watch it yet, I'm sorry.
Earmuffs. Okay. Yeah, everybody's going like this. I think this is awesome, you guys. And it leads me to one more question, because it does look intimidating when you look at the photos and the videos and the obstacles and the challenge of all of this. And you go, man, you got to be in such good shape. You have to have like a history in another sport to do this. Is that true? And are most of the athletes competing, are they like former gymnasts or rock climbers? Or is there anything like that? Or is it just anybody who's just interested and passionate that joins up and takes part?
That's a really good question. I actually wanted to touch on that when we were talking about course design. So these courses, we designed them so anybody can come out and do the courses. There's 2-point obstacles. So with UNA rules, if you miss 3 obstacles, you don't accumulate any more points. Mm-hmm. With the 2-point obstacle, if you get that first point, the second point miss doesn't count as a fail. So you can still progress through the course and accumulate points. The first points being easier points to get, so the newer athletes can still be on the same course with obstacles that will be challenging for experienced
Very
people.
Cool.
But we have had athletes as young as 5 on the courses, so
I love that.
They are fearless.
But also, so Ninja Warriors come from a lot of backgrounds. So climbing background, gymnastics, parkour.
Yeah.
Just
calisthenics.
A lot of those things play in really well. So if you had a background in those, there's a lot of aspects, and that's the nice thing about Ninja Warriors. So many different aspects of movement that cross all different kinds of sports.
Well, thank you both for hopping on. I know I just reached out this morning because I saw this. I said, we got to talk about this because this is coming up. So hopefully we bring some more awareness to this. I think it's a great event, a great cause that you're trying to get young women involved in this stuff. It's really good. So good on you guys. This was Kalia Robertson and Corey DePap. They are co-founders and organizers of Women in Ninja. That is happening at West Edmonton Mall this Friday and Saturday. So if you're out in the area, go check it out. It should be incredible. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Come check it out too.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have to get down there for sure. This
right down the street.
This sounds like it's going to be great. So thanks for hopping on. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate you.
All right. That's cool. That was awesome. I mean, our kids are enamored with American Ninja Warrior. Like they love watching. It's
intimidating. You know what? When I see clips of it or I watch it for a bit, I think of old school American Gladiators and how cool it would be in American Gladiators. But you look at this, and it's not just like the roided out athletes.
Oh man,
like American Gladiators was. This is like you heard Corey talking about it. All the different backgrounds, a type of athlete that takes part. Some who maybe don't have a background in a specific sport, but it looks intimidating, challenging in so many different ways. It feels like you need to just be a well-rounded athlete to compete in this.
Well, it is interesting with, you look at those athletes that are on American Ninja Warrior and they're not ripped. They're ripped, but they're not juiced up. Massive and bulky.
Right.
Because weight is obviously a thing here. If you're a heavier person, it's harder to move through those obstacles.
You have to be limber.
So that's going to be happening at the Ice Palace. I mean, that's pretty cool. A pretty cool event to be happening right here. It's free.
Great showcase place too.
It's the right spot for it, isn't it? Because you can just
back to school.
Oh yeah,
mall's going to be packed. You're going to be walking by the Ice Palace. You're going to be like, that looks awesome. What is it? Women in Ninja. Boom. Huge awareness and probably a great show.
I would imagine it would be. So good on them. That was great. Look, we are going to be back with buying or selling for Damon Bunting. We're going to be looking back at the McDavid lottery, and Tom's got a buying or selling that's going to have a lot to pertain to that. A reminder, you can hit us up on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, where at Tap 25 restaurant, it's $18.99 prime rib special. It's just $18.99. That's available 7 days a week from 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Available for dine-in and takeout. Not available on show nights. This is the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and Tom Gazzola right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. We'll be right back.
Oilers captain Connor McDavid spoke to the media at Olympic orientation camp this morning, addressing a possible extension in Edmonton. He expressed that he plans on taking his time with the deal. And out east, the Jays are down 1-0 early in the rubber match against the Twins. They're entering the bottom of the first. And Ernie Clement is out of the lineup for Toronto. He's day-to-day after sustaining a hairline fracture in his middle finger when colliding with Matt Wallner last night. Two other games are underway. Boston and Baltimore locked at one apiece in the top of the third, while the Phillies and Mets are runless in the second. Back in E-Town, the Elks have signed punter Jake Julien to a 2-year deal. He rejoins the Double-A after being released by the team back in January. And in the WNBA, there's two games, including Las Vegas and Atlanta, tipping off at 5:30. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you're stuck with a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment today. The show rolls on with buying or selling for Damon Bunting next on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Which one of these two players do you think lives up to those expectations the most?
Savoy, because he's got pro experience. He had really good numbers in the AHL. He had a cup of coffee in the NHL. Played with Draisaitl.
I thought he looked pretty good last year when he was up here.
It was just a numbers game because they had so many veterans here. They're like, we're not going to rush this kid. I'm not saying Ike Howard won't be good. I think it's going to be an adjustment.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Avocado and feta dip, passion fruit cheesecake, and cocktails that taste like summer in a glass. Try the new feature menu at The Banquet. Refreshing, craveable, and made for sunny days. The Banquet. Get real. Play hard.
World-renowned top psychic medium and the star of Meet the Frasers, Matt Fraser comes to River Cree Resort and Casino on September 12th and 13th for a couple of special live shows. Join Matt for 2 nights of healing, hope, and laughter. Matt has become a trusted figure for people seeking closure, guidance, and connection with their loved ones. Don't miss Matt Fraser live at River Cree Resort and Casino September 12th and 13th. Both shows are 18 plus. Get your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
Okay, 2 kids, 2 backpacks, lunch bags. Wait, where are the school books? Back to school doesn't have to mean the everyday rush and stress of looking for your kids' items. Have more zen in your mornings. Find space for your family's needs with Sentinel Storage. Go back to school with 4 weeks free. Reserve your space today and find the peace of mind your morning needs. Visit sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and Tom Gazzola. On this sunny Wednesday, August, why do I always want to say October? August 27th.
It's right around the corner. Hockey season's right there.
Yeah, why are you saying October?
September's right around the corner.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm jumping a month.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't do that.
Please don't. It's my birth month.
Month. October?
September.
October's mine.
Sick. No wonder you keep skipping September.
Maybe, yeah.
It's also Gager's birth month.
Who?
Waukee.
Yours is your October.
Yeah, there's a lot of October babies here.
A reminder.
What were our parents doing?
We are coming to... A reminder, we are coming to you from the Banquet Bar studio, where it's a Spin to Win Fridays at the Banquet. Spin the wheel for a chance to win big and save on your bill. Details at thebanquetbar.com. And we had something happen right at the break. Tom's been saying all show, he says, man, I've been forgetting something.
Oh, yeah.
I had something and I forgot it. And then he says, oh, I remember what I forgot. What'd you forget, Tom?
I had some Brio Canotto in the fridge. I went to the Italian Center shop and got a panino. And I was like, oh, I'll get this stuff. And I was like, we should have this. And you guys were talking. Coob's like, I'm trying this new Pepsi.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, I still have Canotto in the fridge. So I brought it over. It might be a little bit flat. It's been sitting in there for over a week. But when I opened it, it went psst.
Okay.
So it still has a little zip on it.
So
and you can see the carbonation.
Although this isn't the entire genesis of buying or selling today, we're going to look back at the McDavid draft lottery.
Sure.
We are going to make this buying or selling. I'm going to buy or sell on this Brio Canotto.
Call it a bonus buy or sell.
Which if I looked at the label, I would have said Brio Canotto, but it's Canotto.
That's right.
But it's spelled Chinotto.
CH in Italian is a K.
Okay. Canotto.
It's like K.
Damon Bunting has been a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 17 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out on DamonBunting.com or the Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate. And he sure does know how to make a difference in our city, as per his Charity Golf Classic, which is happening tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Out at Broadmoor and Sherwood Park.
Yes, sir.
Raising funds for the Robin Hood Association. It's just a great cause. So good on you, Damon Bunting. All right, Coob, are you going to put yourself on camera? Are we going to buy or sell on this Canotto soda?
Yeah, well, I've kind of dug into it before, and I've tried it a previous time. I think on a pre and post that Tommy and I were doing.
Yeah,
probably maybe in October.
Yeah,
we were doing that. I don't remember.
Yeah, no.
No.
No, it doesn't float my boat.
I like the initial taste. Like the initial sip is good, but I don't like the aftertaste. What is that, ginger?
What's the flavoring of it?
It's bitter.
It's like...
I love it.
It's different. I can't have too much of this. Like we have the little sample glasses, 100 milliliters for when we do beer of the week.
My boy Vincenzo Rota
it's all right.
in the nasty chat says that's the best drink. So good. Grazie bello.
I'm sorry, but I feel it's got a weird bitterness to it.
Yeah.
What is that?
Is it ginger?
I don't know. I don't ask. I just love it. I used to drink this stuff like water when I was a kid. My grandma would always have it at my Nono and Nonas, and I loved it.
Do you mix it with anything, or is it just standalone?
Are you crazy?
I don't know.
This is perfect.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm getting from it, but there is a distinct taste to it.
There's a bitterness to it. I don't know where the flavor
is bitter part of the ingredients.
Yeah. It's deliberate. Let me see. Like, if I can.
Phosphoric acid.
Kinoto is an Italian bittersweet carbonated soft drink made from the myrtle-leaved orange tree.
That's what it is.
And
I knew it was an orange
small,
tree.
bitter fruits, which give the dark-colored beverage a unique flavor that balances sweet and bitter notes with hints of herbs. The drink is often compared to cola, but is less sweet and is enjoyed as a non-alcoholic aperitif. Aperitif? Aperitif with
Like,
savory appetizers.
Like as an aperitif, you after supper, you'd have this as a aperitif?
Yeah.
The drink after supper.
Flavor profile. The taste is known for being aromatic, refreshing, and bittersweet, with a balanced taste that is not overly sweet. Some descriptions include notes of orange blossom, cinnamon, and rhubarb.
Rhubarb.
Maybe that's the bitterness.
That's a taste.
I'm going to destroy the rest of this unless you guys want some.
You go
honestly,
right ahead.
I might take a bit more. Like I could see this during a dinner, right? Like because you have other flavors.
If I see it, I have
getting
it.
rid of the bitterness.
And when I saw it in the fridge, I'm like, oh yeah.
And you had it.
I
some
need
more.
it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Awanik didn't finish it off. Here, go ahead. Go ahead, Coop. Anyway, so that's our bonus buying or selling. So you're selling on this.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Tom. I'm going to have to sell on it.
You're not hurting my feelings. Trust me.
It just doesn't
Just hate
do it for me.
Italians. I get it. Rude.
That is not true.
Say what you want. I'm kidding.
This limerick comes in from a Teef.
Uh-oh.
In a realm where the brave aim to soar, ninja warriors challenge the floor. With high-flying grace and a daring embrace, they conquer each course, always wanting more. And a bonus limerick from a Teef. At West Edmonton's Ice Place this weekend, the women take flight. Their skills they'll extend. So come watch the show as they drop and they glow in the heart of the mall where the legends descend.
The Ice Place, hey?
The good old Ice Place down at West Edmonton Mall.
Ah, yes. The place of ice.
Not the Ice Palace?
Oh, no, it's the Ice Place.
Place?
Place.
Okay.
Lingus says, hey, Coob, did I see you at Domino's in St. Albert Sunday at around 5 p.m.?
That's very specific. No, you did not. I've not been to St. Albert in quite some time. No,
He says, I thought it was you, but I didn't say anything. I wish you would have said something, Lingus.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, if you ever see me, don't be afraid. I won't bite.
Do you think people are surprised in when they see you for the first time in public how tall you are?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't feel like I'm that tall, but everyone's like, I'm the kind of guy who's like, oh, could you get that pant? Oh, I don't have my ladder. Could you get it? But like when you look at Dusty, he's tall. When I met Dusty, I was like, wow. Like I didn't realize he was a 6'5"
Dusty's just
giant.
a massive human.
He's a titan.
Yeah, he is. Titan of industry, titan of business.
Hey now.
Okay, let's get to the real buying or selling
Yes.
for Damon Bunting Real Estate.
Please let me have a sip of my Kinoto.
We are looking at the McLotto. This was one of the top 5 stories as put together earlier this week, right on this very show. We both agreed that the McDavid lottery, the draft lottery, how that all worked, that should be a part of one of the top stories for the Oilers' history. What do you remember from that day? Because I know Trev. I actually wanted to have Trev on the show, but he's golfing right now. Because he says he remembers everything he did that day, like to the detail. He remembers all about it, right? And that would have been right in his wheelhouse of fandom. But what do you remember from that day, Tommy?
I was working for the team still, obviously. Season was over. Knew that it was the draft lottery. Knew that the Oilers had a chance at winning it. Didn't think they would. I was actually on my way up to Cold Lake to watch my former team play. Was it Westerns or Provincials? And I was with my dad and his buddy Terry, whose son was on the team. And we were listening on the radio. And when I heard they won, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they won. And then immediately my phone blew up. Emergency meeting. Like all hands on deck for Oilers TV and EdmontonOilers.com. And then there was like an all staff conference call like shortly after that to be like it changed everything.
Well, it was like this was a huge draft year.
Yeah.
I mean, Connor McDavid was going number 1 overall to whichever team got him. And the draft lottery odds had Buffalo heavily favored at 20%. Second would have been Arizona at 13.5. And then third was Edmonton at 11.5.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, they pulled the golden ticket. Literally. Wasn't the ticket gold? Like, wasn't...
Oh, they make the card gold.
Card gold.
Bill Scott had the lucky socks. Lucky Bill Scott. Great guy.
But everything else kind of fell into order the way it should have. And then obviously Connor McDavid taken first by the Oilers, Jack Eichel second by Buffalo, Dylan Strome, Mitchell Marner, Noah Hannafin. I mean, this was a good draft year.
Yeah.
Right? So what is your buying or selling then, Tom?
Buying or selling, please play along. Text us 780-218-9999. Get into the nasty chat. Buying or selling. If the Oilers did not win the lottery in 2015, they are at best, a wild card team most of the seasons since 2015. Buying or selling?
Buying.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, at best, I mean, there would have been several years they didn't make the playoffs when they did, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting question because it's just so hard to think about.
Well,
the last 10 years without Connor McDavid.
If they didn't win that lottery,
let's look at this.
Mac T was still the GM, right? They brought in Peter shortly after. They got Todd McLellan in there because Todd Nelson had mopped up the last season. They moved Mac T out. Didn't bring back Nelson. Brought in Chiarelli. Brought in McLellan. It kicked off a lot of change. They moved out Pat LaForge. It changed so much on a dime in the organization. So Taylor Hall, Jordan Eberle, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and then potentially a Mitch Marner is an Oiler. Where are the Oilers? There's no Adam Larson. I don't know if there's a Cam Talbot.
Well, it's these situations that are hard to just look at the after effects and the fallout because you just never know. Like what Big Uke says, he's buying for a couple. Then they would have gotten a great player in one of those next couple of years. Then who knows? But even that, how do you know they would have gotten a great player? Right?
They would have. The management team
Buffalo still hasn't recovered from that.
Right?
What did you say?
Well, no, Buffalo's terrible. They've gotten even worse.
Yeah. Jack Eichels went on to be a pain in the butt of Oilers fans when they play Vegas. I mean, Jack Eichels.
This year that changed, but you're right.
This year did change.
He's a hell of a player,
but he's turned into a great player for them.
Yeah. Now, if the Oilers, because they were supposed to quote unquote be fourth, right, third or fourth.
Well, by the numbers, by the draft odds, third. They were 11.5% to Toronto's 9.5% at fourth.
Right. Okay. So I don't think Buffalo was passing up on Eichel. Well, I don't think any team was passing up on Eichel. So if Edmonton ended up third, you're picking between who? Marner,
Dylan
Strome.
Yeah.
Maybe you're taking Marner. But it was pretty much unanimous. It was McDavid Eichel.
I think this is an easy one to buy just because Oilers fans have seen firsthand just how dominant Connor McDavid can be.
But this makes you think at where they were tracking back then. They were one of the worst teams in the league again. Yeah. Burnt through another coach. The Dallas Eakins experiment had just crashed and burned immaculately. They bring in, and they had Mac T at the helm as GM. Like, the trajectory would have been so different. I'm buying this one too. I think that there might be a season in the last 10 or whatever that they finished third in the Pacific or something like that. But I don't think a lot of the guys that have ended up in Edmonton, signed or traded for, would ever have been Oilers.
Do you ever wonder if Leon would have taken that step sooner to superstardom?
Would he have hit superstardom? Who would be the Leon whisperer a la Todd McLellan who said, hey, you can be the best player on the ice too? Like that, it was talked about so much and it really opened up Leon's eyes, quote unquote. I think he'd be a great player right now. But would he be a Hart Trophy finalist?
Has there been a bigger draft lottery since? Or ever?
I think that was the one, man.
Is that the one?
I think so.
I mean, what would be considered even remotely close to that?
But I don't know. But
Bedard? But
Celebrini?
I guess. But I mean, Connor McDavid was impactful.
Yeah.
Pretty much right away.
And it was a surprise draft lottery win.
True.
Right?
Very, very surprising.
Right.
I mean, I that was an incredible day in Oilers history. That's why it has to be in the top 5 stories of this franchise. I mean, that's the best player to play here since Wayne Gretzky.
Yep.
Would you say?
Yep.
I mean, I know there's other players during the Gretzky era that you could put up there, but
Messier, Curry,
sure.
Right.
But yeah, that was an incredible draft. So I think, it has its place for sure on the top 5 stories in Oilers history. Reid was in today, as I alluded to earlier, and he thought this would be quite high, where it probably should be.
Mm-hmm.
He also said, and another one that we'll get into on Friday when we're back into it, is the Rogers Place, Daryl Cates, purchase of the team and what that did and how that changed the direction of downtown. I mean, you mentioned that when we were doing this on Monday, that's changed everything downtown.
That's turned the Oilers into a financial powerhouse in terms of revenue generated in the NHL.
Absolutely. Okay, that was a good exercise. That was buying or selling for Damon Bunting Real Estate. We're going to wrap up. We're going to play that Connor McDavid clip again for you when we get back from the break. For those that didn't hear it off the top, Connor McDavid down at the Team Canada orientation camp in Calgary had some words about his contract and when that'll get signed. We'll get that right for you. You're listening to Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports.
MLB action has the Jays and Twins closing out their series. 2 outs for the Jays as they're down 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Nathan Lukes batting for Toronto. And for the Birds, Zerny Clement is out of the lineup as he takes some rest. He's been listed as day-to-day after suffering a hairline fracture in his middle finger when colliding with Minnesota's Matt Wallner yesterday. 3 other games are live. Phillies and Mets runless bottom of the third. The Red Sox and Orioles locked at 1 apiece in the fifth, while the D-backs and Brewers are just getting underway. And down in Calgary, Connor McDavid took to the media earlier today being asked about his possible extension with the Oilers. He said that he's going to take time with the contract talk having, quote, every intention to win in Edmonton. And the Elks made a move, bringing back punter Jake Julien for next season. He's signed through 2027. On the court, there's 2 WNBA games. Right now, Atlanta leads 13-11 over Las Vegas with about 3 minutes left in the first quarter. After that, the Suns and Wings tip off. The final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show brings us back after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Blackhawks forward Frank Nazar has agreed to terms on a 7-year extension for $6.6 million AAV. He's played 56 games, played 53 games last year. He had 26 points. I understand the cap's going up. I understand they're taking a bet, but what do you make of this?
When you told me about this in the kitchen earlier, my first response was, who?
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and Tom Gazzola right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. A reminder that Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. It's time to turn up the fun with the all-new Play Alberta app, your digital destination for casino, live dealers, lottery instants, and of course, sports betting. Earlier in the show, earlier today, Connor McDavid spoke out at the Team Canada orientation down in Calgary. Coob, do you have that video ready to roll? I don't know if Coob
I don't
can
think
hear
he's
me.
listening to you.
Let's play that Connor McDavid clip. When you pull it up, here, this is what Connor McDavid had to say earlier about an extension with the Oilers.
Yeah, not even a softball Olympic question for me to start, huh? But that's okay. Right into it. Yeah, no. I said at the end of June, I had every intention just to take my time with it, and I still feel the same way. Take my time and go through everything, and I have every intention to win in Edmonton. That's my only focus. Maybe next to winning a gold medal with Canada, but it is my intention to win there. Taking my time, going through it with obviously my family, my agent, everybody involved. So we're going through it slowly.
I mean, obviously, that would be welcome words for Oilers fans out there. And look, I don't think there was ever really a doubt that he was going to be signing here or extending here. Sorry. Just, you want it to happen. You want it to be done and over with before training camp is even close, right?
Yes. Ideally.
We had a late limerick come in from VR Montenegro, who today is going by the handle VR Montenegro.
Ah, lovely.
Yeah. Neat ninja ladies on today's show, training hard at their special dojo. Exquisite acrobats like nimbly bimbly cats. They still can't beat Michelangelo.
Nice.
Very well done. I believe, was Michelangelo, would Michelangelo not be considered, like, by most their favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Very likable Ninja Turtle.
Right?
Very likable. He was the party dude.
Yeah, he was the party dude.
Nunchucks. And then in later seasons, they switched to like the grappling hook because parents thought the nunchucks were too violent.
Oh boy.
Kids were trying to mimic Michelangelo, creating their own nunchucks. I might be guilty of having done that at some point.
Tom, say it ain't so.
You get Leonardo with the katanas, Donatello with the bow staff, Raphael with the sais. I was a big Donatello guy. Like Leonardo a lot. I like them all, to be honest with you, but I like the bow staff. Donatello was into the gadgets and all that. He'd come up with contraptions. Yeah, Michelangelo was, and then in the films, Michelangelo was also like the comic relief, especially in the first movie, where if you watch it, it's actually pretty dark. And in the second movie, Secret of the Ooze, they didn't actually use their weapons, if you notice.
It was a different form of attack.
Yeah, they went more kid-centric and
more psychological.
No, it was more bubbly.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a wicked NES game. Nintendo?
Yes, it was.
Like that was a good game.
The first one, when you were a little kid like me, when it came out, was super hard. I've since beaten it. But the best one was the arcade game. You could play it in the classic cabinets at arcades.
Yes.
It was a quarter muncher. But then
I bet you it's on here.
It is on there. I've played it? Yes.
Oh boy.
And then they also ported that one. They had to dumb it down for Nintendo. It was TMNT 2, the arcade game. They made part 3, the Manhattan Project. I had that one. My brothers and I played that all the time. Then Super Nintendo came out. And in the arcade and on Super Nintendo, Turtles in Time came out.
Tom, I had no idea the extensive knowledge you have of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the video games that followed.
Yeah, I like them a lot. And I still do to this day. And I'll add this little bonus nugget in. There was no Turtles in Time for Sega Genesis. They took the engine and changed some of the levels. I think it was shorter, and there wasn't as much in this game. It was called the Hyperstone Heist. Not as good.
Heartbreaking. Weren't you able to throw pizzas as a weapon at some point in one of the video games?
You ate pizzas to get power-ups.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
To get your health back.
Very good video game. Look, this has been a fun show. Tom is going to embarrass me now with a couple more really exceptionally tough words of the day. It's time to get after it.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
Okay. Are you ready, Jay?
I don't know. I don't know, Tom.
I hope you are.
I think I am.
I think you're going to do okay today.
All right, word 1.
Word number 1. Scripturient. Or scripturient. Think about it.
Scripturient. SCRIPTURIANT. No? Oh, man.
You suck.
You're so close.
Where did I go wrong?
You said ANT, it's ENT.
Scripturient.
Yeah. What do you think it means?
Well, is it someone that is able to decipher and decode ancient scripture?
0.5.
Would you like to use it in a sentence?
Reid Wilkins is quite the scripturient.
Is it someone that is well-spoken and well-versed in their vocabulary?
When they write, yes.
Well, when they write.
Yes.
Okay, I'll still take 0.5.
I'll give you 0.5 for that.
Okay.
Do we have a 0.5 sound?
Dun, da, da, da.
That's good enough. Yeah.
Yeah. 0.5 out of 2. Okay, on to word number 2.
All right. This one's a bit tricky. I'm sorry. Caconate.
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 Oh, Tommy.
I'm so sorry.
caconate.
I did drop a bit of a hint with Kinoto.
Oh,
Caconate.
Kakuhnate.
Incorrect.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Ooh, you suck.
Just use it in a sentence. I have no idea.
Jasmine is known to caconate while on the hangout.
Is this someone that likes to make false claims / stir the pot?
No. You want to take one more guess?
Caconate.
Yeah.
No, I don't. What, Coob, you help.
Somebody who likes to laugh a lot.
Oh, cackle.
And loudly.
I should have known that. That's on me. I don't deserve those points. A 0.5 out of 4. I believe that takes my average for the week to about a 1.25 out of 4.
I'll make it easier on Friday.
Under Tommy's
I'm sorry, Jay.
words of the day. I'll be better. This was great. Tomorrow, it's going to be Maddie and I. We are going to be on location at the Broadmoor. Well, we're going to be on location at Damon's backyard.
Yep.
Damon Bunting's backyard. So join us there. It'll be the Reid Wilkins Show with Matthew Iwanek. We'll have Coob here back in the studio, working the producer desk, operator desk, whatever Reid likes to call it.
Technical desk.
On behalf of Tom Gazzola, Jay Milne, and the one and only Zachary Kubish, thank you. We will talk to you tomorrow.